What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. London derby, Arsenal against Chelsea, live from the Emirates. Forgive me, people, I've literally been in the house a few minutes. I was at the Emirates for the protest. It wasn't much of a protest. It was more of a social gathering and a get-together. It really didn't happen. The general feeling, and I did say this in the week, people, the general feeling was, oh, but we've just spent 60 million on 2 players this week, and, let's see how things go. Let's give it time. That was the general impression. I spoke to a few people. Big up to everyone who approached me down there and showed love and stuff like that. People were not on it. That energy was not there. I drove down there, parked up. I was there. I was going to stream it. What's the point? There was about 4 people standing there going Kroenke out. I'm like, what's this? I went round to the other side of the ground because I thought maybe they're not meeting here. Maybe they're doing it somewhere else. It just didn't happen. People were not interested. And where do we go from here? Big up Ben said, facts, Curtis, I was there. It was pathetic. As I was driving down there, it started raining. So I thought, oh, here we go. I remember last year it started raining. No one turned up. But then as I got there, the rain stopped. I thought, all right, cool. We ain't even got the excuse of the bad weather. There's loads of fans here this time. Let's see what happens. Nothing going on, people. Nothing. People queuing up for tickets. I spoke to about 7 or 8 different people, and the general feeling was not interested. We've signed players. Let's give them time. Let's see how it goes. So, listen, I ain't about to start jumping around by myself. Worst thing about it, Josh Kroenke apparently is at the game today. Again, another great opportunity for fans to make their voices heard, and we didn't take it. So what are we supposed to do, people? What can we do? There were a few tickets left, but a lot of them have sold. There were a lot of people queuing up to buy them on the day. So those ones that have been available looks like they are being sold today, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is the only game that we play at home before the transfer window closes. So if we close the window and we're not happy with the window, then we can't make our voices heard. The window's closed. It's too late. People, I've removed a few mods. Nothing personal. There were a lot of people yesterday complaining to me that they were being timed out for no reason. I even had someone message me saying they were blocked for no reason. Someone who's been on the channel for a long time. And I realized I had about 17 mods on the channel, which is too many. So I've trimmed it down. Don't take any offense, people. And we'll see how we go. But yeah, protest was bad. It was non-existent. It didn't exist. It was a get-together. There was nothing there, people. So, apologies for not streaming. There was literally no point. Like you said, what protest? It was non-existent. In terms of the scores, Tottenham beat Wolves by a goal to nil. Dele Alli penalty. Harry Kane was on the bench. He came on for about 15, 20 minutes. Man United drew 1-1 with Southampton, and they were a goal down. That's a poor result for them. I did expect Man United to beat them, so they will be disappointed with that. Right. Let's look ahead, people. Arsenal game today. Andrew, I had a ticket. I let it go earlier in the week, mate. I have to admit, when I was at the game, when I was at the protest today, I was tempted to actually buy a ticket back. Just being at the ground and seeing all the fans, I thought, have I made the right decision here? I feel like I want to be here. But do you know what? I saw the team. I heard a few things going on. I thought, you know what? Let me go back home, watch along settings, talk to the people, talk to the community. We do what we got to do, people. But big up to all of you in the chat. Let's get into it. Team news. There were whispers going around on Friday that Ben White, there was a possibility that he was ill. Some people saying he may potentially have COVID, although that hasn't been confirmed yet. But he is not in the Arsenal squad today. Ben White, a £50 million centre-back, and he's not involved, which is a big loss for Arsenal. Let me show you the Arsenal lineup. Very interesting team selection today, people. Here is your Arsenal team. Saka returns. But that defense, if you are Romelu Lukaku right now, you are going to be looking at this central defensive pairing like an all-you-can-eat restaurant when you haven't eaten all day. People saying it's confirmed, actually. Is it actually confirmed now, Ben White? I haven't seen hardly any social media. I was driving back. So, yeah, let me know, people. Is that, Ben White ruled out. Positive COVID, David Ornstein. I've just seen it. So he is out with COVID. But, yeah, if I'm Romelu Lukaku, I'm looking for a feast. I want the starter, the main, and the dessert, and the bread before. You know what I mean? This is a defense that he's going to be looking at and thinking he can do bits. Let's have a look at the Arsenal team. Saka returns. Leno in goal. Ramsdale, of course, is on the bench. Cedric comes in at right back. Callum Chambers is dropped. I thought Callum Chambers was terrible the other day. Pablo Mari holds on to his place. He was poor. Rob Holding comes in for Ben White, who, of course, is ill. Tierney at left back. I have to take a little breather before I say this. Captain Granit Xhaka captains the Arsenal team once again in the absence of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is on the bench. I mean, the fact Xhaka gets the armband, but listen, I'm not going to try and be too negative. Let's just get on with it. We need 3 points. Xhaka is partnered by Albert Sambi Lokongo. I thought had a good game last week. Smith Rowe in front. Now, some people have said different things. The way I've seen this is that Martinelli is up front. I did see some people tweeting saying it was Pepe up front, but from what I believe and what I've seen, Smith Rowe in the 10, Pepe on the right, Saka on the left, with Gabriel Martinelli leading the line in place of Balogun. Big up Adrian with the super chat. He said, Blues going to do a remake of Wenger's 1000th game. 6-0. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. But big up for the super chat. Lukaku dining out this afternoon. He's getting, fine dining the man's getting. Some people saying Peter's up front. But listen, the way I saw it on the Sky app, it was showing Martinelli up front and everything that I've heard. But some people are now saying that it's Pepe up front. So let me know. Pepe up front, Gabby at left. Well, yeah, a few of you are saying that. A few of you are saying that. Let me check as well. On the One Football app, what they've got it listed as, because I think that's a big see. They've got Martinelli up front, but yeah, we'll soon find out. King Smiley, the protest did not happen, my friend. It was a social gathering. Curtis, I still think that the planned protest did put pressure on the club, but more must be done, a lot more. So yeah, the protest didn't happen. Sky confirmed Martinelli up front. Yeah, exactly. They said it was Martinelli up front from what I've seen. So, but we'll see when the game starts. Might be Smith Rowe up front. Villarreal settings, false 9. Big up Harsher with a super chat. It's time to support the team. What's the point putting the players under pressure before the game? We have to be behind them, cheering, overhyped Lukaku. Listen, full support, 100%. Man United tied with Arsenal now in the longest away winning streak, 27. I think it is going to be Martinelli up front. Sky have said that. One Football have said that. There are a few people who were saying Pepe, but from what we've seen, it looks like Martinelli up front. He's going to have to press. He's going to have to make life difficult. How good is he in terms of with his back to goal? We will soon find out. The Arsenal bench, what options have we got? Who can we bring on? Aaron Ramsdale on the bench. His first involvement with Arsenal. Callum Chambers drops to the bench. Interesting that Kolasinac is on the bench. A lot of reports going around last night that Kolasinac is on his way to Fenerbahce in Turkey. Looks like that could happen this week. Nuno Tavares, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Elneny, Nelson, Balogun, and Aubameyang. So there is not a lot. Willian doesn't make the bench. But yeah, there is not a lot there. Aubameyang's the main guy who you would look at and say, listen, he can come here and change the game, but there's not a lot else there. So we're going to have to perform. Hopefully the team on the pitch will perform. Martinelli is good up front. I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. Xhaka as captain. Henri just turned off his TV. I can imagine. Big up Buenos Aires Gunner. He said, I've recorded to watch later. Just stopping by to say hello, bro. Bless. Big up, bro, for tuning in. We will come back to the Arsenal lineup. Lacazette, of course, is ill with COVID, as is Willian, as is Runarsson, and as is Ben White. Isn't it crazy that Arsenal have been most affected by this than any other club? Any footage from the protest? Bro, honestly, Khalid, there was no point me doing anything. There was no protest. It was a social gathering, a get-together, a chat. There was nothing. Josh is at the game, and we did nothing. So when people start saying this, that, the other, use the platform, spread awareness, do something about it because you're in that country, there ain't a lot more I can do, my friend. I went there. The people are not into it. They've seen 2 players holding up shirts this week, and people think that we have to give it time. What can you do? It was frustrating because, like I said, this is the only home game before the international break and before the transfer window closes. Great opportunity to apply pressure, but it is what it is. Big up AJ, who said, congrats, Curtis, for 33K. Great content. Come on, the Gooners from Malta. Big up to you, bro, for tuning in. Fans got brainwashed by the signings. You did your best. Big up, Big C. Listen, appreciate all your support. People, over 1,400 people in here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. I'm looking for 1,000 likes. We can definitely get 1,000 likes on the video, people. Don't forget, this video is sponsored by the guys at OneFootball. Link in the description below. Free app. All the latest team news, transfer news, goal updates. They've got one of the best apps. Big up to them for supporting the channel. Link is in the description below. Let me show you the Chelsea lineup. Boo. Chelsea have turned up. They're European champions, of course, which seems strange considering we beat them twice last year. This kit is a little wild, isn't it? Their home kit. But a strong team, as you would expect. You know, they spend a fortune. And, you know, when you spend a lot of money at this level, you end up with good players. Mendy in goal. Are they playing a back 3? I would imagine it's a back 3. So Aspilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger is the back 3, I believe. Reece James right wing back with Alonso left wing back. Jorginho and Kovacic in the centre of midfield. And then a front 3 of Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and Romelu Lukaku. No icon out today, bro. It's a bit hot today. Listen, I'm not going to start overhyping, man. Let's not be scared of them. We got to deal with them. I've seen Lukaku play against Arsenal before and do nothing. But at the end of the day, it is something we have to deal with. Their front 3 is, you know, we're going to have to be on point. They've got quality. One thing that I'm obviously very relieved about, I don't know if you've noticed this, no N'Golo Kante in the starting lineup, who is immense for them in midfield, always seems to play well against Arsenal. So that is a big loss for Chelsea in that sense. He is, of course, on the bench, though. Chelsea's bench, Kepa, Chilwell, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Zuma, Kante, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, and Werner. I mean, you know, couple 100 million on the bench. But listen, let's look at this in a positive light. We beat this team twice last year. Now, I believe this is a more difficult game, of course. They've got Lukaku. I think they were lacking a goal scorer last season. Timo Werner couldn't finish his dinner last year. The amount of chances he missed. No N'Golo Kante, who is their ultimate box-to-box central midfield player. We have to exploit that. You know, Chilwell, for me, is better than Alonso. Thiago Silva was immense for them last season. He hasn't been back that long from the Copa America. So we have to pick out those little weaknesses. Now, they're not full of weaknesses, but I look at it like this. I think the pace of Martinelli, Pepe, and Saka can trouble, in particular, Aspilicueta and Christensen and Kovacic and Jorginho in midfield are not necessarily ball winners that N'Golo Kante is. So we have to look to exploit those areas. It's going to be a difficult game. There's no doubt about it. Money Green says 2-1 to the Gunners. Big up the old school Cam for becoming a member on the channel. Much appreciated. We are doing a members stream tomorrow, so look out for that on the community page. So big up to you for your support. Score a goal and park the bus. I'm telling you, park the double-decker bus in front of the goal and shut up shop. You know, I just don't think Arsenal have that ability. I think we're going to have to score and score a couple if we're going to win this game. I always felt if you were playing in a wide position, Pepe and Saka, if they are the two wingers today, the fact that Chelsea play with wing-backs, what you have to do, I think, is almost cheat a little bit. Stay high up the pitch and force Reece James and Alonso back to almost play like fullbacks. And if they don't track you, what you then do, you pull their three central defenders out of position. So Azpilicueta's their right centre-back. If Reece James doesn't track back and our left winger gets the ball, he goes out to him. That creates a lot of space in the middle of their defence. That's where we've got to exploit them, in my opinion. Listen, we can't be scared of them. We can't be scared of them. We beat them twice last year. Do I think this is a harder game than both them games last year? Absolutely. They had Lampard in the first game. In the second game, I think their focus was pretty much on the Champions League. But we have to be positive today. You know, we can't afford to go to City next week without 3 points because the pressure's going to be mounting on the manager already. Arsenal fans can never complain. We deserve everything. PRO test flop. It was. Fans weren't up for it, man. I think the signings calmed them down. I think they knew what they were doing. Get the signings announced this week. It'll calm them down, and it did. It did exactly that. Big up Jay Mills. He said, yo, Big C, my first live in a while. I've been mad busy, so I haven't been able to watch. Not optimistic going for 0-2 to Chelsea, sadly. It's sad, innit, when you feel like that as a fan. Big up Taylor. He said, Holding, heading, Jota lost, Sterling lost, now Lukaku. It's crazy. He almost does better against the big centre-backs than the actual smaller guys, the big strikers, sorry, like your Sterlings and Jotas. So, Mr. Curtis Shaw, Teta. Hey, no Teta in my name, bro. I do better than him. Let's get behind the team. We have to. Listen, we are, 11 minutes till kickoff, people? 11 minutes. As I said, it's going to be a very interesting game. An opportunity for us to pull things back after a terrible start last week. Ben White not in the squad, but Martin Odegaard, of course, he's at the stadium. He's not in the squad today. Of course, his visa wasn't done in time to enable him to play. But Ramsdale is on the bench. I'm sure he'll get an excellent reception from the fans. Plastic bag in the wind, FC. 3-1 Chelsea, Lukaku, Havertz, and Mount. Still not seeing NHS membership. Bro, honestly, I don't know how you add it to do discounts and stuff. I did check because it's something I would have definitely done. Big up Yardy Tov. He said, Josh should get his money's worth today. Let's hope Chelsea gives him a good reason to roll some heads. I mean, listen, one way or another, if we win, he's going to sit there and say money well spent. If things go wrong, he might sit there and say we have to spend more money. But we do have to get behind the boys today. Big up Yardy Tov with the support. Thomas Partey injured, not back till after the international break. No Gabriel, no Ben White, no Lacazette, no Willian. A lot of players missing. Malik said, be positive, guys. If we win today, we're only 3 points off top. If, it's a big if, but I hear you. Fight today, Arsenal. Fight. Give me something. They have to. This is a London derby. You can't produce what you produced last week against Brentford. This means a lot more than that. South London's fine. He said, trust the process is in full effect now. Josh is in town. I'm telling you. They had an opportunity to make their voices heard. They didn't want to, so I don't want to hear all that talk now. That's what I'm on now. I don't want to hear all that general talk from people, Kroenke. No one will. When it was there to be put in place, people didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? We had one big protest after the Super League collapsed. Apart from that, we ain't gone anywhere near it. So we can only look at ourselves. If we do everything we can do and then nothing changes, we can't question nobody, can we? You know, we've done everything, but we haven't. Come on, bro. Big up my bro, Jar Digger in the chat. Come on, little afternoon. Cheers, everyone. Let's hope they don't ruin our weekend, man. You know, this is going to be a long one. But if we win, You never know. Man said we're a soft fan base. Not about that life, man, unfortunately. You know, we've seen other teams playing football on the pitch when they were protesting. Let me show you the team lineup again. A lot of people have tuned in late. Make sure you like the video. We're aiming for at least 1,000 likes today, maybe 1,500. And make sure you subscribe. We've been getting great numbers. We've gone past 33,300, I think. So, you know, we're doing well at the moment. 2 beers in myself, gonna need it, I'm telling you. Martin Odegaard come out, being unveiled to the fans. I'm just trying to look at how many seats there are. I mean, I can see a few. Club level, there's quite a lot, but club level is very expensive. Some of them tickets are up to about £300. They're interviewing him at the side of the pitch. He's got a big smile on his face, I'm sure he has. He's happy to be back. The next protest will be Arteta out inside the pitch. Fans were backing Xhaka, says it all. What was interesting is that Stan Kroenke, Josh Kroenke, wrote in the program notes today, which is something he doesn't usually do. I think he did it because it's the first home game of the season. And he announced in that program that Xhaka has signed the new 4-year contract. So it's amazing how they've like sneakily just put it in as if they, you know, just want to quietly do it. They obviously know that the fans are not overly happy about that contract decision, you know. Let me grab some snacks right now. I'm telling you, get your snacks, get your drinks, people. 6 minutes till kickoff, you know. Big game today, London Derby, man. Remember back in the day, we used to dominate London. We weren't even thinking about London. We had that with ease. Like, there was no one close to us. You know, we were thinking about taking over the rest of the country. Now we're just trying to get London back. With Chelsea and all these other teams, man. Let's see if Odegaard can come in and be, you know, be an even better player for us. I'm just looking. I mean, there are a few empty seats. Like I said, a lot of club level seats look empty, which some of those tickets are up to £300. Big C, my YouTuber. Big up, man. Big up. Lubert said, Curtis, did you see Basuma's performance yesterday, bro? Man of the match, bossed it on the ball, crunched people to win the ball back. Why did we not sign Basuma from Brighton? What a centre midfielder, you know. Looks like it's almost full house. Okay, fair enough. Listen, like I said, the queue looked quite big when I was down there. So I think a lot of people decided on the day, listen, I'm going to buy a ticket. My YouTuber, big up Infamous Mob, man. Here's the team, people. Leno in goal, back 4, Cedric at right back. Holding and Pablo Maria at centre-back. Ben White is out with COVID, which probably means I would expect him to miss the Manchester City game as well, which obviously will be a big loss. So Holding and Pablo Maria at centre-back against Lukaku. Tierney at left-back. Xhaka, captain, again. I'm sure you will all have opinions on that. I have myself. Sambi Lokonga partners him. Smith Rowe in the 10. Pepe on the right, Saka on the left, and Gabriel Martinelli leads the line for Arsenal today. We need his energy. We need his pressing from the front to give us something to aim at. Greg said not signing Basuma because of AFCON will be a massive mistake. I think the African Nations Cup only makes you miss about 2 or 3 games because I think there's 1 or 2 FA Cup games. We are 4 minutes away from kickoff, people. Give me your score predictions. The protest was non-existent. That is all I can say. That is your Arsenal team. Aubameyang is on the bench. Here is the Chelsea team. Romelu Lukaku starts through the middle, but N'Golo Kante only makes the bench. Christian Pulisic is out with COVID as well. And they're playing 3 at the back, Chelsea. Aspilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger. James and Alonso at fullback, Jorginho and Kovacic in the 2. Front 3 of Mount, Lukaku and Havertz. Score predictions. People, slap it in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Are you positive? Do you think Arsenal will get a result? Is this team good enough? Do we have enough on the bench? And Ramsdale on the bench. I'm sure he's not going to come on. Josh Kroenke apparently is at the game. Would have been a great opportunity for the fans to really put pressure on him. People saying the stadium looks full. Arsenal 3-2, Pepe hat-trick. Big up Desi, man. I hope you're well. 4-0 Chelsea, says How Beast. Listen, earlier in the week, I predicted a 2-1 win for Chelsea, which is painful as an Arsenal fan for me to predict a team to beat us. But listen, I'm going into this with hope more than expectation. I want to see something from this Arsenal team. They have to put up a fight. I know they've got players missing. I know we're playing against a very good team, but grind out a lucky win. Grind out a scrappy, hard-fought win. This is what you have to do sometimes when your back's against the wall. Yeah, I ducked out that protest quick, bro. I thought it was an R&B concert. People dancing in the rain again. It was a waste of time. Avan said my prediction is 0-0 or 1-0. I'll be shocked if we keep a clean sheet. I really will, but I hope so. Captain Teta sacked in the morning. I mean, Granit Xhaka, captain. I mean, listen, it is what it is. We are 2 minutes away from kickoff, people. Come on. Like you said here, LJ, Chelsea are not at full strength. Kante on the bench. Pulisic out. Chilwell on the bench. Do these players have a backbone? We're going to find out, people. Come on. Let's hit 1,500 likes today. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. We're a minute away from kickoff. Don't forget, download the OneFootball app. Link is in the description below. Completely free. Brilliant app. We are about 30 seconds away from kickoff. Big game, London Derby. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. I'm calm right now. You know I won't be calm when this game gets going. That's for certain. Let me get the timer up. There you go. We're ready to go. Pictures of Arteta on screen. That is a man under pressure. Big up my bro Jermaine in the chat. What are you saying, bro? Hey, let's go. Come on. We need a win. We need a win. Timer's ready as well. Don't worry, people. Arteta is a man under pressure. Cannot be going to Man City on the back of 2 defeats. It's a sunny day now, man. It was raining earlier on. It's cleared up. Players take the knee. The game is about to start. They're all applauding. Saka got a big round of applause. Game is underway. Come on. No messing about today. We can't afford to be losing to Chelsea at home. That is for certain. Right, we're off, people. We are off. And Chelsea have got the ball. How do you move this up a little bit? Hold on. That time has moved a little. Right, there we go. Move that down. No. Right, Chelsea. Arsenal have got the ball back now. All right, there we go. All right, can I move that? Yeah, there you go. Right, we're there, people. We're ready. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners. Forget Lukaku. We need to get the better of him here. Here we go. Cedric on the ball. I'm glad Cedric's back in for me. Chambers was not good enough last week. Am I happy with the lineup? I mean, we got a lot of players missing. Sambi Lokonga does well there. Rolls past Mason Mount. Here's Granit Xhaka on the halfway line. Good ball over the top. Looking for Saka. Ref, is that not a foul? Shot! Oh! Saved by the goalkeeper, Smith Rowe, with the early shot. I'm feeling it now. I'm ready for this, people. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, you know, dinner's getting rustled up there, people. Big up Alfred, man. I hope you're well, bro. He said Ben White wouldn't have caught COVID at Brighton, but of course at Arsenal, some kind of sickness or injury. Unfortunately, it seems to be the way of Arsenal, don't it, man? You know, you can never be injured, and you come to Arsenal, you get sick or you get something. But hopefully he's back quick. Good start there by Arsenal. Left foot volley, edge of the box from Smith Rowe, who straight at the goalkeeper. Here's Aspilicueta, finds Reece James. Jorginho, is that with blonde hair now? Man won the Euros and came back with blonde hair. I'm ahead. It's mad how it never seems to sync up with everyone else. Here comes Chelsea on the ball with Havertz. Got Alonso out wide against Cedric. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Shot. Oh, shot by Chelsea there. Blocked on the edge of the box, and Xhaka's down with a head injury. Your prediction. Listen, man, I'm clutching that we maybe get a 2-1 win, but I got to admit, I did predict a 2-1 victory to Chelsea, but I'm going to back the boys. Reece James had the shot, It hit Xhaka on the side of the head. That's a painful one. That is a painful one for sure. He's down with a head injury. Is he knocked out? Could be concussion there. Whacked him in the side of the head. My realistic prediction with my head was 2-1 Chelsea. With my heart and hope, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. But it is what it is. We'll see. They look anxious here. We haven't got too much on the bench. Obviously, who we got on the bench? El Neni, Ainsley Maitland-Niles in terms of midfield options. Xhaka blocked the shot from Reece James. It hit him on the side of the head, obviously with the temple there. If you have any sign of concussion, they have to take you off. They can't take any chances with it. And he's up, but not standing up yet. So clearly he's a little bit shaken. Wonder if it knocked some sense into him. Oh, man, that's harsh. Xhaka walks off. I mean, he looks all right, but, is he a little bit dazed? He doesn't look too happy. 2 minutes into the game, takes a whack. It was poor defending as well, man. Reece James on the edge of the box, just unmarked to have a touch and shoot. Xhaka got clarted for real. At least they're showing some fight. Chelsea on the ball now. Good to see Raul Jimenez back on today for Wolves. Yeah, I heard he missed a good chance as well. Might get up and feel like he's Kevin De Bruyne. As long as he can play like him, I don't mind. Come on, Xhaka, give them a goal. Listen, we need him to score a goal. He don't shoot often enough. Here come Chelsea on the ball. They keep in possession here. Kovacic. Arsenal standing off them a little bit. They need to press a little bit higher than that. I'm shaking you, that nervous. Here come Chelsea with Havertz. He shoots. This block goes out to a throw-in right by the corner flag. Big up Alfred, he said, Curtis, that jersey is nicer than I expected. I'm telling you, it done me still. But, protest was what we needed. Arsenal win the ball back. Smith Rowe does well. He's fouled by Alonso. Free kick just in the Arsenal half. Is that going to be a yellow card? Did AirPods have the AirPods in? I never actually seen him, I didn't see him then. People saying I look waved. Nah, bro. Man's just sipping, man. I'm chilling. Man said you look waved. None of that, bro. I know Chelsea will have most of the possession. Yeah, they've got ball playing centre mids, aren't they? G Money said, yo, Big C, didn't do the $100 bet on Arsenal. I did 40 instead for them to win. I think that's more sensible. I wouldn't be doing 100 on Arsenal with a lot of players out. Here's Mendy for Chelsea. At least Arsenal are pressing them a little bit. There you go. Force them to go long and you win the ball back. That's much better. Tierney finds Saka. Saka is playing on the left and it is Martinelli through the middle. Man like AirPods, And Xhaka's down on the floor looking for a free kick and they have not given it. They have not given it. Island vibes, man. Come on, tell him, man. Man thinks man not wave. No chance, bro. Protest never happened, bro, unfortunately. I think Ramsdale and Odegaard hyped up the fan base, so I went down there, but it was a get-together more than anything. Love ESR's close control. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Good dribbling on the ball. Chelsea dominating possession at the moment, although much of it is in their own half. Xhaka goes flying into the tackle there, misses the ball, and he goes out for a throw-in to Chelsea in their own half. 6 minutes gone. Slow start. We've had one shot. They've had one. Lukaku is playing on Pablo Mari's shoulder. I'm not surprised. You'd want to, wouldn't you? Here come Chelsea on the break. Reece James, right-hand side, whips it in. Alonso wins the header, but it's cleared by Tierney. It was just behind him. See, that's the difference now. Because they've got Lukaku, they will put crosses into the box. When you've got a guy 6 foot plus with that kind of strength, it gives you a different option. So we're going to have to be very good defensively today, man. Big up Sam with the super chat. Live stream the match on Turkish London or AFCV after. Big up them guys. Is the Emirates full? It looks pretty full. I'm not going to lie. There's a few of the more expensive seats look empty, but it looks pretty full. Ball over the top, looking for Lukaku, over hit and goes out for a goal kick. Lukaku is going to play on the shoulder and look for that ball. Would you take a draw? I mean, I would, but it doesn't excite me. I don't think it's enough. I think we need to win. DJ Ash said, big up Curtis, locked in for the weekly watch along. I hope we don't need a therapy session tomorrow. Let's hope not. Of course, Arsenal play against West Brom on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. We will be doing a watch along for that. I think there'll be a much changed team. I would expect Odegaard and Ramsdale to be in the squad for that. So it'll be interesting to see those two. And can we actually win a Carabao Cup? City seem to win it every year. Saka. Pass is blocked. Goes out wide to Kieran Tierney. Finds Saka again. Edge of the Chelsea penalty area. Finds Tierney into the box. Crosses it in. It's cleared by Alonso out for a throw-in. Better play there by Arsenal. Come on. We need movement. Looking forward to your commentary. It'll get lively. You know it will. I always start off calm. Here's Pepe. Come on, Pepe. Against Alonso today, man. Alonso is not no world beater of a defender. Sambi Lokonga, what a ball that is. Out to Tierney, puts a great ball in. Corner to Arsenal. Come on. What a ball from Albert Sambi Lokonga. 60-yard diag out to Kieran Tierney. Great ball in by Tierney right across the penalty area. Martinelli is not quite there. Fantastic first touch by Tierney, by the way. Whips it in. That's where you need your Aubameyang, your striker. Just that's bread and butter for you there, bruv. Enjoy yourself. Pepe to take the corner, in swinging corner. Come on, let's do this. Whip this corner in with power, man. Don't float it in. In swinging corner, Pepe whips it in, loops it in, headed back across, and Mendy takes it. It's a poor corner, and they don't make anything out of it. Really poor. Referee gave a free kick anyway. He says that Lokonga is holding onto Alonso. Big up ads in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. Arsenal are crying out for a beast in the attack. Bro, I don't know if you know this. We have one, mate. His name is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but we've tamed him. We've turned a lion into a koala, mate. Do you know what I mean? We took all the aggression out of him. If we can get that back, we've still got a player there. I don't care what anyone says. Service, that's all we need. Sambi looks like a serious baller. He looks so calm on the ball. Love the energy, mate. You know what it is? I get warmed up. I start off slow. It's like the qualifiers in the Grand Prix. You have the warm-up lap where you're just driving around, going from side to side, warming up the tires. Then we get going, people. Here's Pepe. Come on, turn. Drive. That's there he is. That's what I've been waiting for. Rudiger hunts him down. He shifted Alonso. Move, boy, move. Yes, that's the Pepe I'm talking about. Lokonga out wide to Saka. That is the Pepe I'm talking about. I've waited how many weeks for this guy to run at someone. Saka whips it in hard and low and cleared. Come on. We've started this game well, I'm telling you. Chelsea are lacking a little bit. Pulisic on the counter-attack. Kante in the midfield. We can get something there. I said silent but violent. I remember them shouts in school days. Lion to a koala, man. We tamed him. See the way Pepe rinsed Alonso there. I need to see that. If I'm a winger and I run at a player after 10, 11 minutes and I go past him like that, I'm running at him 6 or 7 times in each half once I know I can get past him like that. Man nearly jumped out his chair. Bro, I've been crying out for this for him every week. The man controls the ball, gives it back to the right back. Run at him. Pete is back today, I'm telling you. We call him Pete for a reason. Turned a lion into a lamb. Yo, we need to get him back, man. He's going to come off the bench and score. I can feel it. Mr. Super Chat. Oh, let me check, people. I get caught up sometimes. Big up Alfred, he said, Sambi has to take that Xhaka spot when Partey returns. 100 bands. 100%. Look how comfortable he is on the ball. He looks forward every time as well. Why are you negative towards Pepe? Nah, not negative. I want more from him. I feel he's capable of more. Just that little run he did there, he can do that more often. I think his potential is higher than what he's producing. Here's Lukaku, little 1-2 with Havertz, but he loses it. Xhaka finds Saka. Oh, Martinelli could have put him in. That's a foul, surely. What? Gives the free kick to Chelsea. That should have been our free kick. Pistol Pete, I'm telling you, Pete Sampras settings, man. He's coming back. He's feeling the motivation. I've given him loads of good energy on this channel, people. You know it. How many times have I had Pete on the green screen? Hey, big up, bro. You got my back, people. Chelsea on the ball. Jorginho, bit of a stray pass. And here come Arsenal on the counter. Smith Rowe has a heavy touch. Chelsea look like they're there to be hit on the counter attack. They don't look that quick in central defence. Big up Sheridan. He said, Big C, I'm here supporting you, man. Don't want Chelsea to win. That's from a Man United fan. Listen, we appreciate all the support we can get right now. I had United in a bet to win today as well, so they done me there. I thought they would beat Southampton quite comfortably. I'm surprised they drew that. Got ESR and Lukaku in my dream team. Yeah, my fantasy dream team is looking desperate. I'm all over the place with it, man. Big up Victor. He said, watching from Mexico City today. Come on, you Gunners. Big up for the support, bro. I bet your weather's a bit better than we've got over here at the moment. Chelsea could be in here. Reece James gets in behind, crosses it in, and Lukaku has scored. Lukaku has scored. It is too easy. We're a joke. We're an absolute joke. I knew it. What did I say? This is an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Just walk up and help yourself and fill up the plate. So easy. It's unbelievable. Is this team ever going to learn? Who's marking him? Tierney, open your body up. Open your body up. You haven't even seen him. You're not even aware of him. Easy ball over the top. Unmarked. Is he offside? He's onside. He taps it in from 2 yards out. This team is absolutely... It's a joke, mate. It's a joke. I expected it. Look at Rob Holding. Look, Pablo Mari's rolling around on the floor like he's doing roly-polies. Rob Holding, here's all over the place. Lukaku taps it in from 2 yards out. Triple captain him. Get him in your dream team. We're a mess. We're an absolute joke, mate. The man's tapping it in from 2 yards out. They just paid 97 million for him. Don't they understand? You've got to mark him. Look, they're on us again. Awful. Embarrassing. These men are done, man. I'm telling you. I didn't even feel like angry. It's almost like I expected it. Werner would have put that wide. Look at that, man. Look at that. Light work, innit? Just straight bread settings. Bread is bread, man. Bread is bread. I don't know what Tierney is doing. I don't know what Rob Holding is doing. And Pablo Mari's rolling over the floor. Goal is all Pablo Mari like a fish out of water. These defenders. Remember when everyone said we don't need defenders. We're good in defense. I said it from time, mate. Squad fodder. Absolute squad fodder, Pablo Mari. Slow. Not aware of what's around him. Poor. 2 yards tapping. People are here to watch Chelsea, not Arsenal. But they probably are. They probably are. They probably are, mate. Lukaku, I said it. All you can eat restaurant settings. Get your plate and help yourself. You can even have dessert if you want. He's hardly touched the ball. First time he touches the ball, he scores. Look at that. Long ball over the top, straight to Mendy. Straight to Mendy. I saw Pablo Mari rolling on the floor. while this guy's tapping it in. What is he doing? I thought he was doing roly-polies in PE. Lukaku. Havertz, they're on us now. They're going to be feeling it now. Here they go again. Reece James whips it in. It's blocked. They're going to just cross the ball and look for Lukaku. He'll bully these lot. Look, James again. Right foot cross. Plays a little 1-2 Tierney should block it. Whips it in. Leno collects. Get the cones out. Mate, I'm telling you now. How much longer are we going to defend this manager? He gave Rob Holding a 4-year contract and he signed Pablo Mari. Come on. Saka against Jorginho. Come on, move the ball, man. Smith Rowe. Should have played that out wide quicker. Did not look up there. Gabriel won't allow that to happen. White isn't good in the air, but at least he has fight in him, not getting pushed over like dominoes. Awful. Look at that from Pablo Mari. Who's he playing that to? The corner flag. He's kicked the ball out for a goal kick. I said it when we signed this guy, Mr. Squad Fodder himself. Pablo Mari. Who's he seeing there? He just kicked the ball out. I thought someone was injured. Lukaku ain't touched the ball all game. Look at Pablo Mari get off me, mate. Look, jogs into the... Look, no, my days. Oh, I didn't even realize the way Marie got bullied by Lukaku is embarrassing. Now, I know Lukaku is a strong guy, but come on. The man's doing roly-polies. I told people this guy wasn't good. Look, Chelsea are on us again. Look at Lukaku bullying these man. They should have scored there, tried to play a through ball. Unmarked. This defense, mate. Don't be surprised if I turn this off at half time. I might just lock it off. And we'll just, play FIFA 22. Turn it into a gaming session. And we'll play Chelsea on easy level and beat them 5-0. Make ourselves feel better. Corner whipped in. Leno punches it. Jorginho. Look, they're on us, man. Because they've got that aerial threat now of Lukaku. Back post, Reece James. This is too easy. Reece James crossing position. Leno, come and get it. Lukaku heads over, bullying them. Absolutely bullying these two. He's got these two centre-backs on strings, mate. They're like puppets. They do whatever he wants. Rob Holding getting bullied and Pablo Mari getting bullied. Too strong. I'm telling you, these men have got me hot and sweaty, bro. I'm so glad I didn't go to this game. So glad I did not go to this game. 16 pace, 23 strength on FIFA. I'm telling you. Good play, Pepe. Move it. Go on! Saka, drive at him. One-on-one with Azpilicueta. Shift him and bang it. Left foot. Oh, Saka! You have got to do him there. Azpilicueta's like 34. You're one-on-one in the box. Tierney whips it in. Poor cross, man. Saka, I think he slipped over, man, as he got that. Look at Lukaku rinsing these, man. Saka, what a chance. Look at that from Pepe. See you later, Jorginho. When you get him one-on-one there, you got to rinse him. You got to do him. It's a poor touch. Very poor touch from Saka. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he's not sharp yet, but he's got to do better there. Man said Lukaku triple. Should have cut inside. It actually looked like Azpilicueta was just standing there like, I know you're going to try and hit this with your left foot. That's where sometimes you've got to give him something different. Cut back onto your right. FIFA 22 is out. Well, if you get the early release one, that, what is it, beta code that they send you? We got the code. Protest was non-existent, mate. Looked like an R&B concert. People dancing in the rain. I thought it was an Usher Raymond new video. Arteta plays a high-liner defence. This is going to be a long 90 minutes, people, I'm telling you. An absolute long. I'm so glad I didn't go. I can't believe the way these men are getting bullied. Saka is overrated. I'm not going to start slandering Saka. I'm not going to do that, but... Chelsea are on us again. Could be the same again. He's in. In again. Oh, my days. Reece James should have just laid that across the penalty area. It would have been 2-0. Lukaku had a tap in. He tried to pull it back to Mason Mount, and Mount's shot was blocked. Look at this. Does Kieran Tierney look over his shoulder? He's unmarked again. Oh, mate, if Reece James rolls that across, it's a tap-in from 10 yards out. I cannot believe what I'm watching. What on earth is this? What happened to PSG? Soon come, man. I'll be there soon. Here's Christiansen. Short corner, Chelsea, edge of the box here. Kovacic, he'll just clip this in. Back post, Alonso gets it. Oh, he goes out for a goal kick. We are not. I don't know what we're doing. Tierney is turning around like this, and Reece James is just behind him, and he doesn't even check his shoulder not once to see what's going on. Look at Arteta, man. Man, this guy. Some people say, he's got players missing, but he signed these players. He signed Pablo Mari. He gave Rob Holding a 4-year contract. He signed Cedric and gave him a 4-year contract. He's just given Granit Xhaka a 4-year deal. Look how deep Pepe and Saka are when they get the ball. Oh, man, this is dreadful. This. Did you see, mate? They should have called the police when you seen what Lukaku just done to him. It's GBH. The man's doing a backflip and rolling around the floor while Lukaku's tapping it in. Just brought the Ajax Bob Marley kit. I seen that kit. Apparently it's sold out everywhere. I wouldn't mind it myself. Lukaku, I told man. Remember when I said last season, people, I said this guy is squad fodder. And now we're seeing it. Murray just fell over his week. The man needs some proper food, man. Yeah, I thought he was breakdancing. I thought he was Run DMC. Man, Arteta looks lost. Drink the ting, bro. Yo, to refill it. This looks like light work. Oh, come on. Come on, Martinelli. Oh, I nearly got it off Mendy there. GBH, that carries 8 years. Run DMC settings. Squad is too young. Are we actually now too inexperienced with all these young players? Kieran Tierney is being asked to drop to the middle, which all means we need to be playing a back three. Martinelli should be outside. Pepe up top and Saka on the right. We're just getting bopped, bro. We're getting bopped. Feel sorry for the fans, man. First home game. Told man they should have protested. That's why I was there, man. We got this. You go inside the stadium and this is what they're giving you back. Do you remember that actually when Francis Coquelin, when Hazard had him doing backflips and roly-polies? Come on, Arsenal. We're only 1-0 down, man. We had a couple of half chances as well. Man said, Ray and nephew, it might need to be. Big up Kelvin. He said, I'm finding it hard to watch you suffer like this. I don't know whether to turn off the stream. Listen, we're here, man. We're here no matter what, aren't we? But you can see that we're struggling at the moment. But big up for the super chat. The game's done now. I hope not. DJ Ash said we could have Messi up front. It wouldn't make a difference. We lack creativity. Here's Lukaku on his right foot. Shoots. It's blocked. Probably should have passed it. He's going to be looking to... Oh, man. What can I say, people? What can I say? Look at the way he's spinning Pablo Mari again. Get tighter to him. Have a little scrap with him, man. You can't, as a defender, even if a guy's strong, you can't just let him push you off the ball. It's great attacking play from Lukaku. He's just pinning him and turning him. Prime Oza or Prime Alexis Sanchez are Sanchez for me. You could just give him the ball. He'll do it by himself. Again, in behind Tierney. Reece James can't reach it. This is difficult. The only good thing I can say is that it's only 1-0. Because if they go 2 or 3-0 up, we're in big trouble. Man said Lukaku fresh out of quarantine. The man didn't train for like 2 weeks. Was it 10 days he said he didn't train for while the move was happening? Pablo Mari is getting absolutely, oh, you're right, he's getting bodied. He's getting absolutely rinsed. Long throw. I mean, don't get me wrong, listen. I'll give them a little. We're missing a lot of players, but still, the way we're getting dealt with in defence, Rudiger clears up there, throw into Arsenal near the corner flag. £80 for garbage. £80 to watch garbage. Hopefully it gets better, man. Gabby, no service at all. Yuck team for a striker. Listen, I said it on, was it yesterday's stream? I said no striker will thrive in this Arsenal team if we continue to play like this. It doesn't matter if it's Aubameyang, Lacazette, whoever. It's not going to happen. There's no service. Here's Sambi Lokonga. Hit it. Oh, he puts it wide. No deflection. No. It's not happening. Not happening at all at the moment. Big up Baker Francis for becoming a member on the channel. Appreciate the support. Like I said, look out for the member stream tomorrow. Obviously, I give members the opportunity to join me on the video. Give me your opinions. I mean, listen. Let's see. Chelsea have had 6 shots. Arsenal 2. What is the cut-off point? Listen, I said this last week. We play Manchester City away next week. 3 defeats out your opening 3, I'd be getting rid of him. And that is not reactionary. You can't say that you're a club, that you're a serious club, and you lose your first 3 games of the season. I'm sorry, you just can't. On the back of what happened last season. Saka loses the ball. He's been wasteful in possession today so far. Chelsea honours again. We got to hang on. I know some of you might say, oh, it's too early, 3 games. But on the back of what happens last season as well, I'm sorry, I will not be accepting that. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Hey, big up Saeed, but don't do that, you know. Because I saw you going mad after that 1-1 draw with Southampton. But I hear you. Listen, we have to take it. We have to take it. What more can we do? Big up, bro. We link up soon anyway. But this team, man. Prime Aubameyang is needed. We're going to have to bring him on. I know he's had COVID. He's not fully fit, but I think he's got to come on at half time. Look at how easy that is for them to play out. The next goal is vital. If we score, obviously we're back in it. If they go 2-0 up, it's game, set, and match. Wrap the game up. They're on us again here. Reece James again. Lukaku. Oh, just behind him. What is going on? It's so easy. They're rinsing us with the wing-backs. They're just overdoing us. Tierney's being targeted. Mason Mount shoots and it's saved. We're getting absolutely done down our left-hand side. What they're doing, they're using Havertz. He's playing on that like right-hand channel for them. So he drags Kieran Tierney into the centre of the pitch. Or Lukaku. And then Reece James gets on the overlap and he's unmarked. Ball into the channel looking for Martinelli. It's poor. It's poor service. What is he supposed to do with that? You can't do nothing. We can't keep the ball. We press individually. Look at Smith Rowe pressing or Xhaka pressing. You cannot press by yourself. It's rule number 1 in football. You have to press in 2s and 3s. You can't press by yourself. They'll just pass the ball around you while you lose all your energy. Chelsea just comfortable, strolling around. This is going to be a long game. The amount of times Reece James is getting in down that right-hand side, whipping it in. Lukaku is the type of player that misses a lot, but he scores a lot as well. Scored 24 goals last year in Italy and won the title. So I don't think teams are too worried that he misses some chances. He scores a lot. And there are not a lot of top quality strikers in world football who are in their 20s, and he's one of them. No, he's won every single header, although he has given it away there. Arteta. KT is pinching in because our centre-backs are terrible. I think you make a good point. I think he's coming in to try and help Holding and Murray, but then he's getting done on the outside. Here's Pepe. I mean, if you look here, look, they're 3-on-2 Chelsea. As soon as Pepe gets the ball, they get players out to him. Cedric. Finds Smith Rowe, gets in the penalty area. Oh, pulled it back. Pepe was there. It gets blocked. Come on, Pepe. You can't slow the ball down every time. Here we go. Xhaka, 30 yards out to Tierney. He's got to pass this. Saka's had a quiet half so far. Need to move, man. Everyone's standing there. It's Sambi Lokonga. Looks for Saka, gives it away. Yeah, it's not happening. What is Josh Kroenke thinking? Oh, look at that. Listen, this guy, get him off. He's been booked. Get him off at half time, please. It's over. It's not even fair. When defenders start putting in wild challenges like that, that's when you know as a striker, you're finished. I've got you in my back pocket. I've rattled you. So now you're coming in with a clumsy tackle. He's got a yellow card. You have to take him off at half time. He has absolutely rattled him. He has to come off. Bring him off for who? I mean, bring Chambers on if you have to. Here come Chelsea. They got a man over again. Reece James is in. Scored 2-0. Absolute state. Look at this guy. Look at this guy holding the badge in front of the Arsenal fans. If Mikel Arteta is not sacked tonight, you can no longer call yourself a big football club. This is an embarrassment. I feel like turning it off. I'm not even angry. There's no point. 2-0 to Chelsea. Reece James, absolute disgrace. Is he onside? Look at the state of the back four. Look at him. Like, how much space? What a finish. Finished it like a striker. Top corner. It's over. It's over. The manager's got to go. We're done. We are finished. Bullied again in the middle of defence. Reece James on the overlap. Goal. Look at Arteta, mate. You've got an Apple Watch and a tattoo on your finger, mate. That's about it. And a load of hair gel. He is not a manager. He was never a manager. And he should never have got the manager's job. And how he's got a third season at this football club, I will never know. I will never know. Tierney's being rinsed. Pablo Mari's getting bullied. Cheers. I tell you now, listen, Arsenal fans, do not let this spoil your Sunday. There's no point. There's just no point. There's no point anymore. It's not worth it. Look, we're getting bopped. Havertz, little flicks around the corner. Oh, my days. This is it. This is it, mate. Turn it off. Man City away next week. Looking forward to it, Mikel. I enjoy your style of football. You know, the way you've got us playing, the way you've got us passing the ball. Oh, we've improved defensively, apparently. Yeah? Chelsea had 66% possession. 9 shots. 2-0 down. Pablo Mari's on a yellow. Done with this team. So glad I didn't buy a ticket. These man did not want to protest for this. But don't worry, we've signed Aaron Ramsdale and Odegaard. You think they're going to fix this? I know we've got players missing, but where's the shape? Why can't we keep the ball? Why are we not creating chances? Done with them. Absolutely done with them. You might as well cancel Sky Sports and save your money. Be positive. Get behind the manager. Mate, I'm sorry. We're way beyond that. We're way beyond that. I feel like turning it off. I actually feel like turning it off. What do I say, people? Saka at fault for both goals, no tracking back. Where are all the positive merchants? Do you know what I mean? People were slandering people. How dare you have a go at this manager? How dare you? He broke Tuchel apparently last year. He broke him. Oh, Smith Rowe misses the ball. He broke Klopp. He broke Tuchel. He broke all these managers. Kevin said Saka at fault for both goals. Jahiva said Arteta's investments have set the club back for the next manager. Everything he's done has been a failure in terms of investments. Here come Chelsea again. Ball whipped in. Free header puts it wide. Kai Havertz, 6 yards out. Should have been 3-0. This needs to stop. Someone just end the game. FIFA settings. You know when you turn up and they've just got all icons and you're 3-0 down, you just have to quit. Look what Mason Mount is doing to Pablo Mari. Who told me this guy was a good player, please? I know some of you was in the comments slandering me last season about Pablo Mari. Man, we're calling him Pablo Escobar and that. I need to know. Show yourselves, people. This guy, I said, squad fodder. I cannot say any strong. I don't even know if he's squad fodder. We are a mess. We are an absolute mess. Commentators room, I can imagine. Pablo Mari, mate. Mary and oh man. Little ball round. Penalty ref, give that! Give it, we're desperate! Oh, he's give a goal kick. Oh, I'm slumped. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I want to give you all hope. I want to lift the spirits, but I can't. Is that a penalty? I don't know. It's a bit clumsy. I don't know if he kicks his own foot. Oh, what a ball. I think that's a penalty. I think that's a pen. But it's the players go, oh, man. They're going to VAR. Give it, man. What a nutmeg pass that. Is that a pen? People, let me know. Is that a pen? I've got the volume turned down. Let me know, people. What's going on? Is that a pen? That's a penalty for me. He's nutmegged him with the pass. Is it a pen? People, let me know in the comments, man. I can't hear the commentary. I am having to beg a pen. He's not give it, has he? Oh, man. It's desperation at this point. A corner. Hooked his arm. No, we're in a piss-stained kit. Can't even win a penalty. The state of us. The absolute state of us. Spent months arguing with people on social media. People were having a go at me, hard, like, proper, strong, like, footballing abuse. You don't even back this manager. This manager's the worst manager I've ever seen at Arsenal. Pepe whips it in, headed away. This is the worst manager I have ever seen at Arsenal. He spent 200 million and we look worse. We were better under Emery. We're done. Done out here. Kevin will say it's only 2 games. Just type that P45 up. Type it. They were calling me out, bro. Here we go. Martinelli, is he onside? Rudiger yaps him. We look like... This looks like a training session. This looks like a training session. I'm not accepting this. I'm telling you. This one ain't getting like... This one ain't going to just get brushed aside. I'm telling you. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic from this football club. This manager. This is embarrassing. You can't do this. 2-0 down. They've missed sitters. This is an embarrassment. We're the top spenders in the Premier League and we're worse. Spent 129 million and we are worse. This is not... These players don't want to play for him. Emery deserved the time. I'm so sad. Big up, I just work it. It's raining there and everything. Big up, Dimitri said, Curtis, I dislike Arteta and have called for his head, but I cannot blame him for this game right now. It is the players. Tierney has been horrible. He picks the team. He sets the tactics up. How come Tierney's tucking in so much and leaving Reece James in space every time? You know, last week he was telling Tierney to push high, put 30 crosses in. He signed Pablo Mari. He gave Xhaka and Holding new 4-year contracts. Pepe whips it in. Flicked on. Cedric back post. Whips it in. Can we get something? Marie. Oh, Smith Rowe misses it. We have been absolutely... I am embarrassed at this 45 minutes. This is one of the worst 45 minutes I've watched. Look at Rudiger trying to give it to Rob Holding. Let's be honest, Rob Holding, man. You don't want that battle. Let's keep it 100. I seen this man biting Pogba in the Euros, man. You ain't gonna win that fight. Rain on me, Ashanti. Rain on me. You know, I'm telling you, these men are... It's all mad. It is all mad right now. Go ultra attack him, FIFA. Why not? They're trying to say hold it. He caught the top of Alonso's foot. I've got no sympathy for that guy, Alonso. Anyway, I agree. I think Tierney is tucking over because his two centre backs are getting roasted, and I think they're probably saying tuck over and help us. And in turn, he's then being done by Reece James on the overlap. Now, in my opinion, Saka should be tracking back. If Saka's the left winger and he can see Tierney tucking in and helping the centre-backs, Saka has to go with that run of Reece James. That's just standard. The two centre-backs are being roasted. Good ball down the line. Here's Saka. Come on, get in the box, Martinelli. Look how they double up straight away. Great ball. Granit Xhaka. Corner. This is absolutely... I don't know what to say. I'm somebody, you know me, I stream daily for an hour. I'm not short of things to say. I have no idea what to say about what I'm watching. Raul, big up with the super chat, bro, said legitimately, who is available as the next manager? Not Conte, who can build this team and get the club back to the winning ways. Conte cannot win with this group as he will need finished players. The only two big managers are Conte and Zidane, but I don't see any of them coming. It's hammering down with rain at the Emirates. Awful corner by Pepe. Doesn't even beat the first defender. We have been dreadful. I can't believe what I'm watching. Offside, I mean, these men are something else. That sums up one of the worst 45 minutes I have seen from this team. Absolutely unbelievable. Lift our spirits with liquor. Cheers, everyone. We'll all be steaming by the end of this. I'm telling you, at this rate. Oh, my days. Us fans are numb to these defeats. You're not lying, Misty, man. We're just used to it. You know what I mean? Vino London said, if Arteta spent 200 million, we'd still be 8th if we're lucky. Well, bro, he spent over 200 million since he's been here. Maybe not in this window, but he spent 200 mil, bro. And no, we ain't no better. It's raining in the Emirates Usher settings. I'm telling you, they might as well just start dancing on the pitch. Confessions. When it rains, it pours. 50 Cent. What a tune, by the way. And it is pouring. And it is the halftime whistle. Said it before, people. All you can eat settings. Sunday, all you can eat. Lukaku. Wow. I don't even... You guys know I do a tweet every halftime and after... I don't know what to say. Oh, my days. Brooks, big up Brooks, said Arteta to blame for the goals. How come you are shouting from the side so much, but not telling Saka to come back and Tierney to cover his wing? Listen, let me tell you something. That is not Kieran Tierney's fault. Kieran Tierney is trying to help the two centre-backs who are being absolutely roasted. And Saka ain't tracking the right wing-back. It's as simple as that. Are they booing people? Let me know. Obviously, I have it turned down. You're spot on, Brooks. Where's Saka? Where is Saka? Why are you just watching Reece James bomb on and you ain't helping him? Tweet this, Arteta out. Lukaku will triple captain settings, man. Fantasy League triple captain. You'll be looking at this game thinking I can get a hat trick opening day of the season. What kind of... There was a polite boo. People saying loads of boos. Loaned out Saliba for these Donnies, fam. Are you winding me up? You're telling me Saliba is worse than these, man? You're telling me Guendouzi is worse than these, man? Guendouzi, all right, he might have had a little bit of an attitude. He had some fight. He went down fighting. If we lost the game, we knew he was going to fight. What's this? What is this? £85 they're charging fans to watch that. Plus your petrol. Come on, man. Come on. Fans have to stop going to games. It's the only way they'll listen. Said it before the game. You don't want to protest. That means we're accepting what we're being given. And that's what we're being given. 2-0 down. It should be 4. Should be 4-0 down. Kai Havertz, free header. 6 yards out, heads it wide. Reece James had a shot blocked. Lukaku had a shot blocked. Pablo Mari should go in that changing room, pick his phone up, and call the Metropolitan Police in London. Because he is getting... It's GBH. It's grievous bodily harm, what Lukaku is doing to him. I don't know what to say. Pablo Mari needs a month in... Pablo Mari needs some protein shakes and a month's gym pass and some hard food, some dumplings and some chicken. Because that brother is getting pushed all over the place. Man's doing backflips. This could get nasty, people. This could get nasty. 129 million. Top spenders in the Premier League. We look worse. We look worse. Arteta will say we dominated. Chelsea have had 66% possession. We ain't dominated anything. Bottom of the league after 3 games. Yeah, don't worry, people. It all gets better. We play Manchester City away next week. I can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait to see that Pep keep ball session. I cannot, but I'm in shock. I didn't even feel angry when they scored. That's not normal. That's not normal. I didn't even feel angry. Why? Because I expect us to lose today. I'm sorry. I know I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm a realist. But that, 45 minutes. Jesus. Please, man. These man got me drinking lager and all sorts. Every game Arsenal is losing, this is the worst football I've ever seen. Is he going to... Bro, I'm telling you, I might have to. I don't know why I'm in shock. Do you know what it is? Because for some crazy reason, I convinced myself that we're Arsenal, that we were great on the History Channel settings, as I always say. And I kind of delude myself into thinking that we're actually going to play well and win a game of football. And then I watch it and I go, why was you so stupid to think you were going to win? Look at the way Lukaku is pinning him. Now, look, Tierney is being pulled over by the run. Saka, Xhaka as well. One of you open up and then Pablo Mari, mate. Pablo Mari is trying to be clever and win a free kick. because he knows he's getting bullied in the battle. He don't actually want to have the battle. He's getting roughed up and outpaced, so it looks like he almost flings himself to the floor and then looks at the linesman. Look at the way he gets pinned. Come off me, boy. Yeah? And then he can't handle Lukaku running past him. Bullied, weak, soft, and that is embarrassing. Battle with what you sticking your arms up for, you embarrassment. He's doing this Titanic thing again. Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, referee. My heart will go on and on. I don't know what Roy Keane's saying about him, but he must be going wild. The man was losing the battle and just stuck his arms up and just gave up. Oh, linesman, give me a free kick. He's pushing me too much. The man's on about 60, 70 grand a week. Look at this again. Tierney's coming in to do your jobs. I'm telling you now, I don't want to hear no Kieran Tierney slander, you know. He's trying to do their jobs. He's tucking in. Saka, you're jogging, mate. You don't want to help him? What a finish by James. It's a joke. The shape. If Arteta doesn't make 2 changes, Pablo Mari's got to come off. He's getting roasted. You got to bring Aubameyang on. You have to. Saka ain't helping him and Xhaka ain't helping him. I think that's a penalty. I'm sorry. I think that's a pen. Great ball from Pepe. Nutmegs Azpilicueta. I mean, Saka kind of kicks his leg, but I think that's a penalty. He sticks his leg out and then kind of falls on top. I think that's a pen. I think that's a penalty, but I'm not going to start clutching at straws. We're getting what we deserve. Andy Arsenal, big up with the super chat, bro. So that's what you get when the KSE is protecting Xhaka and telling Arteta not to sell him. Get rid of them all. Bro, they're not going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere, right? Josh Kroenke's at the game. Everyone had a chance. The game's on Sky. It's the biggest game of the weekend. Make your voices heard. A man didn't want to do it. Man said, oh, we've spent 60 million this week. Let's give them time. Time to do what? Time to do what? Go bottom of the league. I don't know what it's going to take for us as a collective to understand what's going on. I tried to start positive today. I came on Twitter this morning, about 10 o'clock. I'm having a conversation with Gilberto Silva, people. I don't know if any of you saw. Gilberto Silva was responding to loads of comments this morning. Gilberto Silva said to me, I said, are you going to come on my channel sometime? He said, yeah, reach out to my PA. PA's got back to me. I'm trying to get Gilberto Silva on the channel. I'm like, Invisible Wall, the Brazilian legend, invincible. What a day. Now I'm going to go to the protest and we're going to fight for our rights. Give us our Arsenal back. And we look like JLS in the rain in an R&B concert. No one's saying nothing. It looked like Confessions, Usher Raymond, new music video. Give it time. We've spent 60 million. Let's see how the new players settle in. Okay. Big up Guna Gossip TV as well. Big up. I seen Gilberto followed her back as well. Amazing. Do you know what I mean? What a great start to the day. I started off positive. I came into the game positive, but quickly they pull me back down. They pull me back to that Arsenal. They trigger something in my head. And next minute, I'm losing my head, people. I can't. The crazy thing is in life, I promise you, anyone who knows me, I'm such a positive person. But Arsenal do something to me that I cannot comprehend. Maybe I'm spoiled because I grew up when Arsenal were great, when we had Gilbertos and Thierrys and Bergkamps. Now I'm seeing foolishness. David Healy, wow, mate, that is an unbelievable contribution. Really appreciate your support, bro. Thank you so much for that. He said, big up, Curtis. Here's a small token for all your hard work daily. Been with you since the early days. Thanks for all the great content, man. David, I can't thank you enough for that. That's too much, bro. Thanks for your support. And listen, big up to everyone in the chat. I know some of you are here for different reasons. Some of you probably support other clubs and you want to see the Arsenal meltdown. Some of you are on the Arsenal pain train that we're on together. But we're here every week. We'll be there. We're doing a watch-along against West Brom. We'll be there against Man City next Saturday. But This is just getting too much. There's only so much we can take. It's toxic. This is now a toxic relationship between Arsenal and the fans. This isn't even the real Arsenal. What we stand for. This ain't it. This ain't it, man. I don't know how. I'm so glad that Josh Kroenke is there to witness this embarrassment that we're all having to go through. I feel let down by the club. I'm having to convince my son to carry on supporting Arsenal. Nah, give it time. Give it time. No, look at the new kit. I'll get you the new kit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But David, really appreciate your kind gesture, man. It's way too much. Jamaican Gamer said, I'm here because you are a Jamaican and I'm a United fan as well. So you get the best of both, innit? We have the Jamaican connection, but you can laugh. Pure vibes, man. Desi said, it's not even about the meltdown. You're a genuine dude and a great listener. I appreciate that. Listen, big up to all of you. 2.7K of you in here. Unbelievable support. Make sure you smash a like on the video. I know you're not going to be liking the performance, but your support would be appreciated. And if you can subscribe, again, would be much appreciated. We're getting great numbers. The hope is gone. And don't forget to download the OneFootball app. Link in the description below. Big up to them for all their support with the channel. I mean, imagine how good it would have been to be doing YouTube when we were invincible. We would have probably been unbearable as a fan base because I would have been uncontrollable. But this, what, like, I'm trying my best, you know, people. I'm wearing the shirt. I'm drinking a beer. I went to the protest. I'm talking to Gilberto Silva in the morning. This was supposed to be a good day at the office, and look at this foolishness. What these men are giving us. I predicted 2-1 before the game to Chelsea. That's optimistic right now. I don't know if we've got a goal in us. We've created hardly anything. We should have had a penalty. I'm sorry, I know we're 2-0 down, and I do think we're going to struggle to get back into this game, but we should have had a penalty. He's got to be brave at halftime, Arteta. I'm sorry, I want Arteta to show bravery. Show us that, listen, at least I'm trying. Pablo Mari should be coming off. He's been roasted. He's on a yellow card. He needs to come off. Your fault for buying the new kit. I should have just done a giveaway. Should have just give the voucher away. You would get 100k views every game. Oh, man. When will we realize this manager is a complete scam? I'm telling you. He's tried. Said it many times. I don't doubt the guy's passion. Want to win. Will to win. But he just hasn't got it. He's not good enough. Arsenal don't have time to feel sorry for people. You will not get anywhere feeling sorry for this manager. You have to make a big decision. Big up S. Nobak said, going on vacation to Greece tomorrow. Should I even watch the Man City game? Enjoy your vacation. Do yourself a favour. Have a weekend off. International break after that. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Enjoy your holiday. You know, that's going to be another painful weekend. But I appreciate your support, man. Big up to Onkar. I said, I'm embarrassed of this club. I literally have nothing else to say. I'm telling you, man. Be nice and humble. As a Liverpool fan, I am legitimately feeling sorry for Arsenal fans. I think that's even worse. We got the sympathy now. D. Singh said, defense has no physicality, midfield no creativity, and attack no end product. Counting on luck out here, bro. Big up for your support, man. Transfer window shuts in about 8 days. Second half about to kick off. Lukaku. This will be his dessert now. He had his starter and his main in that first half. He's going up for his dessert now. Nice chocolate cake with ice cream on the side. Second half is underway, people. Are they going to give us anything, absolutely anything, that we can look at and have a little bit of pride in? Because at the moment, there ain't a lot. No changes at halftime. I'm baffled. Absolutely baffled. how he hasn't made a couple of substitutions at half-time after that. Curtis, if Arteta loses to West Brom on Wednesday, he should be sacked, 100%. I wouldn't even wait till then. Good morning, joining from Jamaica. Big up Divine Love for tuning in from Jamaica. Early morning over there. Close to midday time. Here come Chelsea again. Reece James out wide. He dominated the first half on that right-hand side. Here's Lukaku. Mine's Havertz. No, we force them back. Next goal will dictate it. If we get a goal back, we'll have a chance of at least having a fight. We got Amsterdam, Thailand, joining from sunny Thailand. At least you got good weather. It is hammering down with rain over here at the Emirates. Emery in, people are saying, man. Jeez, men against boys. Here's Rudiger. Rudiger's a beast, by the way. Bro, I almost burnt my dinner watching this. Save that dinner, man. Look at Lukaku pinning, man, again. They can't handle him. That could have been a foul. Saka's had a poor game. I'm not going to make excuses for anyone. He has been awful. Look, here we go again. Azpilicueta, Lukaku, bullies Xhaka, holds him off. Finally, they get a tackle in. We are scrambling. We are absolutely scrambling. It's taking 2 or 3 players to tackle him. Aubameyang's in the parking lot at half-time. I'm telling you, he's spinning off in that gold Lambo, man. He's had enough. Watching Juve, can't watch no more of that garbage. I don't blame you. I do not blame. It's taking 3 players to tackle Lukaku. Wenger out and they gave us a worse manager. Emery out and they gave us a worse manager. The right shout is Kroenke out. Yeah, but they weren't about that, I'm afraid. Dreadful. Dybala just scored a beauty for Juventus. Proper football there. Feel bad for ESR, Martinelli and Pepe. Arteta's tactics are like putting ice skates on a racehorse. You're not wrong. How is an attacking player supposed to thrive with these tactics? You know, these tactics are not built for you to play good attacking football and enjoy yourself. It's so negative. It's holding people back. It's absolutely hammering down with rain at the Emirates. We've hardly had a chance. Come on, work harder than that. Got to work harder, man. Christensen just dribbling between 3 of our players. What tactics? I don't see any. I don't. And I haven't seen any for 18 months. Pablo Mari, goat food. Trust me, man. You know when you go to the farm when you was younger, man, and they give you that food and the goat licks the food out your hand? That's Pablo Mari in your hand, mate. And Lukaku's just eating it up out of your hand, man. You know, you know what I mean? That's what's going on out here, man. It's a joke. Are we still sleeping? There is some movement needed. Can't see us scoring today. Our central... Lukaku's just... You see him. He's just feeling, where is Pablo Mari? Pinning him. No, he's saying, just roll it. Look, pinned him again. Rolled him again. Oh, finally gets a block. This is brutal. He's got him on toast. He's absolutely got him. Oh, Alonso into Havertz. Chops him. Oh, my days. Throw the towel in. Just throw the towel in, please. This is like Apollo Creed against Ivan Drago. Go on, Tierney, lad. He was doing him for pace there, but oh, man. Overhits it. Mendy gets away with it. Does well. Trust me, this is Apollo against Ivan Drago, man. And that film used to upset me when I was a kid as well, when he mashed up Apollo. You know, they need to end it. Throw the towel in, man, before it gets nasty. Good touch. It's Smith Rowe. Oh, he's offside. It's just not our day. Oh, dear me. Terrible. Terrible. Apollo, man, settings. How on earth did we turn up today, not protest, pay £85 to watch this? The fans should be going berserk at the end of this game. 3-0 rage quit settings, man. Just get out of there. To be fair, I admit I didn't even notice a lot of people saying there's a lot of empty seats. I can see a lot more red seats. Here come Chelsea. It's hammering down with rain. Cedric, Alonso chases him. He wins it. Get 10% off retail. Oh, man. Duke, throw the damn towel. Throw the damn towel. Hold on, Tierney. Great chase. Very well fought. Come on. Pepe, drive now. Don't slow down. Go at him at pace. Go at him at pace. Ah, Sambi Lakonga. Deliver. Touch deliver. Smith Rowe. Corner. A little bit more positive. Felipe said there are no combinations of 11 players in the Arsenal squad that could beat or even draw versus this Chelsea side. Players are just not good enough. Short corner. Cedric finds Pepe. Touch, deliver. It's a terrible cross, man. This guy got no power in his legs. Get up, Pablo Mari. You're supposed to be the big, strong centre-back. Saka shoots, tipped over by Mendy. Deflection, and he tips it over. We're literally clipping the ball into Pablo Mari at the back post, getting bullied. Saka's shot was deflected off Alonso. Good save by Mendy. Tips it over in the rain. Big up Felipe with the super chat. Sean Higgins, this game proves the problem is creativity. Can't even tell Martinelli is playing. Can't do anything with this. What's he supposed to do? Pepe whips in the corner. It's a terrible corner again, man. Get him off corners. There's Saka. He's got two players on him. Where's the help? Where's the help? You're all standing there looking at him. That's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. It's a joke. This team does not understand how to play together. Whoever's got the ball, they all stand there and just watch them. Oh, yeah, he's got the ball. Let's see what he can do. Look at Mikel Arteta, man. He's come out in the rain jacket. Just put him out of his misery, man. He is the worst manager this football club has ever had in my lifetime. He is terrible. All the ideas, all the talk, and nothing to back it up. Look at Lukaku. How many more players is he going to pin today? He's taking the mick. He looks like a year 11 playing against the year 7s at school. He's 5 times bigger than everyone else. It's a joke. They're waiting for Arteta to tell them what to do. It's shocking. Munir said the temp spot is perfect. Big up for the super chat, although I don't really like what you're saying, but man, we'll be lucky to get temp at this rate. Fan count in the stadium is falling. Fans have seen enough. There's definitely a lot more red seats than there were in the first half. If you look, there's a lot of scattered red seats. Bruce Muriok is miles better. Mate, Bruce got Dennis in, who was part of the consortium that got him. I'm telling you, man, you know, in the young year 7s, they try and play the year 11s. That's what's going on. Lukaku's just holding off anyone, just holding them by their head. Where you going, mate? Just stay there. Let me do what I want. Kieran says we are coming 15th. Pound shot Pep out. Yo, what a shout that is. Pound shot Pep, you know. Don't blame Arteta. You got a bad team. Hold on a minute, mate. He bought most of this team or kept most of this team. He spent over 200 million. What more does he want? You spend 200 mil, you should improve. He bought most of these and gave the rest of them, most of them, new deals. This is his team. Can we hit 1,000 likes, people? Here come Chelsea. Aspilicueta whips it in. Lukaku, headed out for a corner. They're panicking, even on the header away there. Lukaku, this game will just settle him in so nice into Premier League football. In fact, we're on over 1.2k likes, so big up to all of you for the support. Much appreciated. Can we hit 1,500? Top 10 is the new top 4. When is the all or nothing out? End of the season. That's going to be the best part of our season. Big up Dark Smeezer. This team is timid, has no personality. Where's our match winners? All pushed out the club. One by one. You can't have any fight to be successful in this team. Yeah, if you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder, This manager will get rid of you. Say you got an attitude problem, unfortunately. Big up with the super chat, bro. Here come Chelsea on the attack again. Havertz, little nutmeg on Cedric. He needs to clear it. He does well there. And Smith Rowe clears. We can't get up the pitch. This is, for anybody that's not watching this, and if you're just, if you're watching the watch along, this game is absolutely brutal to watch. Honestly, if you've seen Rocky IV, this is like Ivan Drago against Apollo Creed. We turned up with swag. We think we've got the business, and we're getting smacked all over the pitch. We can't get in their half. We can't keep the ball. They've had 66% possession, and Lukaku is making Pablo Mari look like a little kid. And he's on a yellow card. Why is he still on the pitch? Said just ever. It's now, and the team is behave, man. Behave. We've put up with enough rubbish, man. We got every right to have a go at this. I respect what you're saying, but you're a Liverpool fan. You're not going through what we're going through. We pay the highest season ticket prices in the whole of Europe. It's cheaper to go and watch Messi play for PSG than it is to watch El Neni play for Arsenal. 12 training kits a season. Trust the process, all that rubbish. We got every right. Liverpool fans will be going wild, and no one would blame you. A shot there by Mount goes wide. So it's all right coming in here and throwing out things like that, but bro, come on. You lot wouldn't be putting up with this as well. The players aren't even fighting. So I'm not. Whilst I hear what you're saying, I don't agree with it at all. These men are weak. We're not even seeing fight. We're not even seeing fight in the opposition. They're not having to work hard to win the game. Ball laid up to Martinelli, gets rattled. That's a free kick. The club is an embarrassment and a joke, and he's not showing anything that this fan base can relate to. It's very easy to say that when you support a team that's having a great time. Alan said, you didn't read my last message. Wifey is upset. Apologies, bro. After our Jamaican girls gave a good day yesterday, I have to watch this. I turned my TV off long time. I don't blame you, man. Big up the Gallem in Jamaica. These sprinters are doing bits. Absolutely shameless. Complete embarrassment. Trust me, man. The fans can't connect to this. They just can't. Pound shot Pep. That's the shout of the day for me. I love that one. Imagine having a football club where your owner is not really... To be fair, he's backed us financially in this market, but he's employing people that are not capable of handling the money. You're leaving a failing manager in charge, and you've got a technical director that is negotiating crazy deals with players that aren't good enough. You would be annoyed. Trust me, people. I turned it off at half time. I don't blame you. Corner to Arsenal. I'd even take Wenger, he says. Can we get a goal back? 58 minutes gone. Xhaka's taking corners now. Enough of them Pepe corners. His corners have been woeful. Yeah, €100 super chat. Amazing support, as I said. David Healy, much appreciated, bro. Where's AirPods? I didn't see AirPods there, to be fair. Well, he didn't have them in. Pepe is on the corner. Floats it back. Post Marie heads it across. Oh, what a miss. Rob Holding. 7 yards out, unmarked. Bob Boldin heads it wide. Deep corner from Pepe. Pablo Marie wins the header. Holding's got to score that. Unmarked, 7 yards out. Half the goal to aim at. Puts it a yard wide. Huge opportunity. He has got to score that. Yeah, I did see a lot of movement on the bench. Surely Aubameyang, 30 minutes to go, 31 minutes. You have to get him on now. That's probably our only attacking option on the bench that is that you would hope could get as a goal, but Sambi Lakonga, that's a free kick on the halfway line to Arsenal. Big up Reedy, hope you're well, bro. Big up Big C. He said, a little scrap here, Havertz and Holding. These lads are too soft physically and mentally. This is what I'm saying. It's very easy to say, oh, this is great. We're signing a load of young players. And I've got nothing wrong with signing young players. But you need older heads, experienced heads who can lead, who understand what is happening. When the game is disappearing, they can grab hold of it. Aubameyang is coming on. Saka's come off. Saka's been poor today. You know, I respect him, of course, and I think he's got a massive future. But he's had a poor game. No leadership, no desire, no accountability. Heromia said, Liverpool fan here. Now, big up Curtis, man. You've been calm but honest about your club. A lot of changes needed. We were once in the mud with Hodgson, Konchesky. I remember them days. My dad's a Liverpool fan. I remember they were going on mad, you know? But you kind of knew where you were as a football club. And you knew you didn't have the manager or the owners. What did Liverpool fans do? They pushed for a change. They didn't want Roy Hodgson. They didn't want those owners. And this is what we want. We want change. Xhaka with a silly foul. Absolutely dreadful. Pre-season games for $7.99. Samuel said, as a Chelsea fan, before I used to hate Arsenal and then I used to banter them. Now it's all just pity. What a shame. That's where it is, man. Raul said, my brother, sorry to stay out of touch, but I was taking a break from Arsenal unless they get Arteta out. Amazon all or nothing cameramen are laughing. Mate, they must be like just cashing the checks in already. They must be saying this is going to be the biggest one ever. Big up Felipe said it's going to take a couple of years, but things will get better for Arsenal. Hang in there, love from Brazil. Big up Felipe. With these owners, it might take more than a couple of years, I'm telling you, but you never know. Here's Martinelli on the attack. Needs to lift his head. Pepe's on the right-hand side. Pepe was there. Aubameyang shoots straight at the keeper. Tight angle. Wasn't there. Nima said, Kroenke only spent money to get us back into the Champions League. When we were in the Champions League, he wasn't spending the little extra we needed to challenge for titles. Suarez 2004. Listen, Suarez would have won us the title. We know that. You know, the £40 million was an embarrassment. 28 minutes to go, people. Aubameyang is on. He's up through the middle. Martinelli is out on the left. Martinelli should have done better there. He did have options out wide with Pepe. Here come Chelsea. Mason Mount into Lukaku. He's in the penalty area. Cleared, got away with it. Holding managed to get a foot on that. Scarity, big up, bro, said, love you, Curtis. Bless up, man. I'm out here, bro. I can't take no more. I don't blame you, man. Faye said, I don't believe it, Curtis. This is so bad. It's crazy. Broads is actually at the game today. Decided to go and, you know, look at this. Look at this foolishness they're giving, man. To watch. Come on, Aubameyang. Let's hope so, man. Create a big chance for him, surely. Mania said, I'm 21. I wonder if my kids want to support... I wonder if kids want to support Arsenal. You're going to have to convince them at the moment, aren't you? Maybe bribe them. Why is Xhaka trying to shake hands? Want to support Arsenal? He's in! He's in! Aubameyang! Oh, no! You've got to find him there, Lukonga. He's one-on-one. He's overhit the pass. Mendy was 40, 50 yards off his line. Aubameyang would have been one-on-one. You've just got to lift your head up there and see that he's on his way out. Aubameyang could have just took that round him. Lukonga, play it now. He's onside as well. He overhits the pass. That's where I say to people, you can criticize Aubameyang all you want. That's a goal. If that pass has less power in it, that is a goal. The service is not good enough. And I like Lukonga, but that is a poor pass. He should lift his head up there and see that the goalkeeper's running out. Tierney's on the floor now, injured. Physio's on. We need leadership from top to bottom. Here comes Nuno Tavares. Ooh. The barking dog is coming on, man. Give some bite to the team. Give it some pedigree, you know. Man, he's giving him instructions like, listen, when you take your dog out for a walk and you throw the ball, you know how he chases after the ball? That's how I want you to chase after Lukaku, right? So come on, let's do this. Who let the dogs out? It looks like Tierney's coming off because obviously Tavares is on his way on. Said it before about Kieran Tierney at the start of the season, and I will say it again. Talent, yes. Injury prone, yes. An injury prone player is not a good player because you become ineffective because you miss too many games of football. This guy is made of glass, mate. He breaks down all the time, constantly getting injured. It's all right going in training videos saying, oh, this is great, mate. It's snowing. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm a tough guy. But you get injured all the time. Doesn't play enough football. Greenman said my season will start in September. After the international break, mate. 6-pointer against Norwich at home. Can we stay up? Kyle Rudkin said, big up Curtis. I'm actually sitting here in the new PSG shirt and I don't feel guilty. You shouldn't. You shouldn't, mate. Enjoy it. Nuno Tavares. Bow, wow, wow, yippee. Listen, hopefully he'll get forward a bit. He is quite an attacking fullback. Here he is closing down Reece James. Tierney gets injured way too much. Here's Lukaku. Got runners in front of him. Bullies Sambi Lukonga, who brings him down. They can't handle him. He has ripped us to shreds today. Lukonga, of course, his Belgium international teammate, did the right thing. Just pull him down and take the yellow card. Jay Torres, I've seen your comment about the mods. I've had a lot of problems in the last 2 streams, right? I've had over 10 messages from people. I'm not saying it's you, of course. I'm just going to go back through those streams, see what mods it was that have been timing a lot of people out, and then I will add people back. So don't take it personal. It's just, I can't have people getting blocked and timed out when they haven't done anything wrong. So I just took all the newer ones back off, and I'll look back through them, and then I will add them back, obviously, once I see who it is. I have to watch the whole video back to see. Yeah, let's get the likes up to 1.5k people. We're already at about 1.3k. Free kick to Chelsea. Alonso to take it. Whips it in back post. Rudiger heads it across and cleared. Shot by Kovacic. And it's wide. 23 minutes to go, people. Over 2,500 of you in the chat. Really appreciate all the support. I'm innocent, mate. Listen, I don't doubt it, mate. I don't doubt it. I know there's a lot of you are very trustworthy. I have to see who it is. There are people being timed out for no real reason. I have to look after the community, Aubameyang with the flick on. No one up there. Conte or Zidane, please. N'Golo Kante is warming up, apparently. But yeah, Antonio Conte or Zinedine Zidane as manager, please. I don't want... You got 2 major options there. Would Arsenal have the ambition to pay those 2? Probably not. Would they give them the backing that they need in the transfer market? Probably not. So I'm not expecting it to happen. Amo said, I don't want Zidane. I mean, listen, Conte would be my number 1, but I would take Zidane all day long. We can go fund me to get Conte in 100%. 17 million Arsenal fans, £5 each. We get him in. Bonjour, monsieur. Something better. PSG, here we come. Oh, man. Conte, yes. Zizzi, not sure. I would take him. 3 Champions Leagues. We're in no position to say no. Smith Rowe's shot was blocked. Yeah, we're in no position to be getting fussy. I wouldn't take Zidane with his 3 Champions Leagues. I would be taking him, mate. I know this may be a way more difficult job for him, but I would take him. If Odegaard comes, if Zidane comes, Odegaard is off. Yeah, he didn't like him, did he, at Madrid? Zidane is a no. Conte or Eddie Howe. So man would take Eddie Howe over Zidane. Jordan, you're close to a timeout for that. I gotta be real. We can't be taking Eddie Howe over Zidane. Eddie Howe is favourite. That says a lot about us. I feel sorry for Pepe looking like a right back. The whole team, mate. I told man before. Comment ça va? PSG. Messi. Look at look at the way. Lukaku. It's ridiculous what he's doing to Pablo Mari. Here's Alonso. Here's Reece James. 1 touch. Shoots over the bar corner. This is getting ridiculous. Lukaku's just going, relax, mate. He's bullying him. Nah. It's not fair. The way Lukaku is bullying Marie is not even funny. Laid off edge of the box. Kovacic shoots. Goes wide. Hieronymus said, I hope I got the name right, said, thanks for reading my comment. No, you're right, Curtis. Back during early Klopp days, he would just rinse man clean. Senior player or not, you need a manager who will just tear into man, go back to basics. 100. The start of a rebuild comes with a top quality manager. That's your starting point. Then you get the system. Then you get the players to fit that system. Then you work on it. While you haven't got the manager, you can go and spend 130. We've just spent 130 on players that are not good enough. A lot of them. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Under this manager, nothing. They're bringing on N'Golo Kante. That's the difference. 19 minutes to go. You're bringing on a world champion, one of the best box-to-box midfielders in the world. Who can we bring on? El Neni. We're miles off it. Don't get me wrong. We have to be realistic. No Gabriel, no Ben White, no Partey, no Lacazette. That's 4 important players. But the lack of fight and determination and the lack of movement and ability to string moves together is not acceptable. King Creo, big up with the super chat. We need a manager that players will respect and be inspired by. Arteta ain't that. 100%. 100 million %. They clearly they're not interested in playing for him. And I'm glad Josh Kroenke can see this. Wow, what's happened here? Looks like quite a bad injury. Is that a head injury? Oh, Reece James looks in a bad way. Players are panicking around him. That's never a good sign. I don't know if he hit his head or if he landed badly on his shoulder. We're going to have a short break here. Everyone's going for a drink. It's just too easy. It's too easy. Moonshine said, Curtis, the commentator just said, Marie must know how it feels like to be a fly against the SWAT, and Lukaku is the SWAT. He's absolutely bullying him. It's not even fair what he's doing to him. 130 million of fresh air. I mean, listen, like I said, you put Gabriel and Ben White in, you put Partey in, you put Odegaard in, maybe Lacazette, I don't know. It's another 5 players. It will help the team, but the style, the system, the philosophy is dreadful. Chelsea on easy street. Wenger, caretaker manager for the season. Honestly, I'd probably take it. Is that crazy? Frankie said Reece James has been brilliant. He has quality player. We've made it easy for him. Would you take Mourinho? I would have. You lot know people. I wanted him after Emery. Wouldn't want him now. It's been to Spurs. He's polluted now. Does Josh even know the rules of football? I'm not sure if he does. I don't think he knows how to win. That's for certain. Lukaku on Viagra. Mari is getting smacked. Give Arteta more time to get his players and implement his tactics. It has been 2 full seasons. I mean, he should have implemented them after 6 months. It doesn't take that long for a manager to change the philosophy of a team, especially when you're training, these guys every day. Saliba would moonwalk into this team. I agree. Corner, Pepe whips it in, cleared away. Are we ever going to score a goal? Sambi Lakonga, back post. It's a nothing. Cried away. Oh, where are we? It's the edge of the 6-yard box. Someone should just be tapping that in. Jeez, we've got to wake up. Not good enough. There's no style or identity to Arsenal anymore. Pound shot Pep out. Would you take Mick McCarthy? Oh, man. He'd probably have more style than this. Brendan Rodgers to Arsenal. He wouldn't come. Why would he come? Nothing here for him. What are the tactics today? Hope we don't get battered. Look at Lukaku. Even when he has a bad touch, he's coming out with a ball. Bullied. The whole game. Jorginho clips it out wide to Alonso. They've battered us out wide today. Henok says, Curtis, I live in New Zealand. I had to wake up at 3:30 a.m. for this, bro. Get some sleep. Don't do it to yourself, man. Here come Chelsea again. Mason Mount, corner. 4 losses in a row with West Brom during the week. Could get sacked. Unique pieces. Big up Big C. Your Brentford goal reactions were legendary. I was so angry. This one, for some reason, I just feel disappointed and hurt by it. I don't even feel angry. It's almost like I expected it. Coasting through the game. 130 million patching up a circus tent run by clowns. You're not wrong. Tavares is quick. You need more than pace, mate. Get the likes up to 1.5. Make sure you subscribe as well, people. 15 minutes to go before we get ourselves out of this misery that we're watching. Ball whipped in straight into Leno's hands. Because it's Jay Sean settings down. Remember that song as well, Lil Wayne and that. Old school. Nearly paid $9.99 for the game. Glad I didn't. Save your money. Do not pay for the Man City game either. It is not going to be worth it. Hope Josh came to sack Arteta. I doubt it. Probably come to give him a new contract. Curtis, this season is a write-off. The only thing we can look forward to is if Arteta gets sacked. That's it for me. Until he goes, mate, we will not move forward. Here come Chelsea again. Lukaku, he's been the best player on the pitch with Reece James. Here's Reece James. Finds Mason Mount. Whips it in. Lukaku. What a save by Leno. Tips it onto the crossbar. It's an unbelievable save. How much of a joke is this? Leno is playing in our away kit. Like, we're just something else. But what a save that is. Look at Lukaku holding. Are you going to make life difficult for him or what? What a save by Leno. Header by, that's an unbelievable save. Fingertip onto the crossbar. And Holding is pretending that he's putting a challenge in. I know exactly what he's doing. I've seen defenders do that before. You're not doing anything. You're just pretending. I'm not mad, just disappointed. That's how I feel. Look at Lukaku, man. He's going to be a hero at Chelsea. Fans singing his name. Could the play? I have to admit, I feel a little bit jealous. Look at the players they're signing, man. £97 million striker. He's waving to their fans as they sing his name with signs saying champions of Europe. What have we got? What can we sing? Can't believe what's happened. Look at Rob Holding. Why don't you stop pretending you're tackling him? You're not even trying to tackle him. Leno's wearing the away kit. We're just a madness. WAED, thank you very much for your kind donation. Said, bro, the state of this club, man. Can't believe how fickle our fans are. No pattern in attack. Stadium should be empty for the remaining games. Lukaku has Marie on a leash and Holding and Marie and Saliba. Saliba apparently is not good enough to be in this defence. Champions of the FA Cup. We can't keep talking about that, can we? That's the problem. Got €100 super chat to read out. I read that out. It's been up for ages, bro. Big up to David Healy, legendary. Now Martinelli's limping off injured. They're dropping like flies now. Do you know what I mean? Lukaku, I told people, said before the game, if we don't get a hold of him, we're going to get ripped to shreds. Balogun's on for Martinelli. Lukaku, man of the match, easy. He's put in like an old school striker's performance. You don't see many of these. Corner whipped in. Reece James on mark, back post, shoots. It's blocked. Good block by Nuno. Can't believe how bad we've been. I cannot believe it. Trust the relegation process. Havertz for 73, Lukaku for 97. Look at the quality they've bought. Martinelli comes off injured. No, you're right. It's a Drogba performance. That's what Drogba was doing to man back in the day, just pinning man. No one's taking the ball off me. Here's Nuno Tavares, whips it in, poor cross, cleared out for a throw-in. He has just pinned and pinned and pinned for the whole game. And nobody has been able to deal with him. Why is Leno wearing the away kit? Bro, that just sums up Arteta and Arsenal. Not even Arteta, just Arsenal. The goalkeeper's wearing the away kit. Like, it says it all. You know, where's the goalkeeper kit? Arteta out, Conte in. Here's Smith Rowe, gets the byline, gets away from Jorginho, pulls it back. Kante mops it up. Curtis, we all knew Chelsea would beat us sad times. But we always have that hope. Look at Lukaku. Honestly, it's a Drogba performance. It's an absolute Drogba performance. I don't know what to say. Easy work. Happy you can see it. Here we go again. Lukaku finds Mason Mount. Falls it down. They're appealing for a penalty, Chelsea here. Havertz. Leno spilt the ball. Havertz nicked it away from him. Leno, I don't know if Leno got the ball or he fouled him. They'll probably do a VAR check. Sambi goes long. Poor pass. Player ratings are going to be brutal. I'd take prime Lukaku over Drogba. Over prime Drogba, not a chance. I'm a big fan of Lukaku, but prime Drogba was out of this world. Unplayable by himself. Steph said, I could listen to Curtis talk football all day. I appreciate that, man. This is Pablo Mari's retirement performance. He's been absolutely dreadful. Xhaka, done absolutely nothing. Captain, 4-year deal for what? For what exactly? Liza said, Curtis, the whole thing is just jarring. We're bottom of the table and the owner is in the stadium watching this. You know what? He knows nothing about our team. He probably thinks we are winning. Yeah, he maybe don't even know who's winning the game. See what you're saying. Why aren't fans protesting? Apparently, the two signings, everyone believes we've got to give them time because we signed Ramsdale and Odegaard. So give them more time. It will fix itself. Easy day at the office for the Blues. Not looking forward to next week's shambolic settings. Tavares whips it in corner. At least he's positive. I like the fact that he really tries to run at people and get crosses in. Reece James has been excellent. Bringing on Ziyech as sub-levels. Xhaka now and then throws his body. Then fans say he's having a great game. Mubsy said, Curtis, big up to you as a United fan. I'm laughing at how Lukaku is bullying your back line. I can't lie. Other defenders should be worried about Lukaku. He won't get an easier day than this, I'm telling you. Pepe corner, away swinger. Can we at least get a goal? Mendy flicks it away. Chelsea on the counter-attack. Got to deal with that. Oh, had to deal with that. Kante was waiting. Kante's still waiting. Good play, Smith Rowe, lad. Well done. Where's the movement? Give it to Pepe. It's Pepe against Reece James. Get at him. It's a poor first. This is my problem with Pepe. Look, man, you gotta be aggressive, bro. Turn and go at him. Throw him. Nuno Tavares more aggressive than Pepe. Does really well there. Balogun, that's poor. That is poor. Breaking news, Arteta sacked tonight. If only. If only. That would be the best news. We ain't winning against City. I think that's an understatement, mate. Pepe is a fraud. Chris Fraser said, Big C, I'm 35 now and I haven't played in about 3 years, but I was a decent centre-back back in the day. Put me in for Murray. Coach, I couldn't be worse. Mate, he's played like them, them mannequins that they take the free kicks around. He's played like one of them. It's like he's just stuck in the ground and can't move. Here come Chelsea on the attack. Ziyech, he looks offside, but he's into the penalty area. Pablo Mari gets rinsed. Oh, good clearance. He had to. Come on, Xhaka. Kante just bullying him. Ziyech shoots. Xhaka has been absolutely terrible today as well. And Golo just bullying him off the ball. 5 minutes to go. Or 6 minutes, should I say. Excuse me. Just end it. W, big up for the super chat, said, Curtis, you got an absolute Dom personality. It's like watching reality TV at this point. The goal isn't to win. It is to find more problems to talk about. Why the F are they not screaming Kroenke out? Listen, if you go on Twitter and say something that this fan base don't agree with, they will hound you. They will criticize you. They will jump on your back. But when you say something that can actually help the club and we need to come together, we're not about that life. Why not? Why not? Here's Balogun, loses the ball. We're so far off these teams. It's unbelievable. We're years behind. They've got better players on the bench than we've got on the pitch. You know, I know, listen, they've got a lot of money and they've spent it well. Here's Lukaku again against Tavares into the penalty area. Finds Havertz. Oh, good save, Leno. Tried to nutmeg him. Could have been free. Good save that by Leno. But W, I appreciate the super chat. Major said Arteta will be sacked soon. Will he? These men seem to think he's doing a good job. That's the problem. They can't hide from this today. It's been dreadful. Big up the Green Gooner. All their bench would make our first 11, 100%. Chelsea have been poor. I mean, listen, second half, they've took their foot off the gas. They haven't needed to. There is no improvement within this squad. As I said, Gabriel, Ben White, Partey, Lacazette out of the squad. Odegaard as well. Ramsdale, although I don't think he would play. So we are missing half a team, but still, we're still miles off. Look at Lukaku. Pablo Mari's pulled him down. Is that a second yellow? No. He's given the free kick against Lukaku. I thought he was going to get sent off there. He's been absolutely ferocious. Shaquille said, big up Curtis Yardman here from Jamaica St. Thomas. Big up, bro. Yo, right now, I take Emery and Wenger back in a heartbeat, but this shows you that both managers were actually overperforming. Heart failure settings, bro. We're down the drain right now. Look, they're on us. They're on us again. Here's Ziyech. Havertz on the overlap. Cuts in onto his left. Deflected shot. Corner. Should have passed. Who's worse, Marie or Mustafi? I suppose time will tell. But it's not good. Wenger brought Xhaka over Kante. I know. We can't hide from it. Dreadful. Absolute. What is this guy thinking? Next 5 games. Man City away, Norwich at home, Burnley away, Tottenham at home, Brighton away. I mean, Norwich at home, I'd say, is a gimme 3 points. City away is a write-off. Don't even turn up for that. Burnley away will be tricky. You know, they sometimes just bully us, and it's going to be a long season. I feel sorry for all of us. We're all in it together, people. We're all in it together. Timo Werner coming on. Even he's looking for a goal and some confidence. Corner to Chelsea. Whipped in. Reece James headed away by Balogun. Corner. King Creo, big up for the super chat. Should be Kroenke out. He just needs to be clued up. The peeps he has hired are finessing them under their noses. I'm telling you. Proper finessing them as well. Shaq said Curtis Bloodclot. Sure, big up, bro. Appreciate you tuning in, people. Corner whipped in. Leno punched it away. Leno's been one of our best players. Got to be honest. It could have been worse. Northern Paul, he said, big up Curtis. Love the content, man. 30 plus years. A Gooner, and I've never seen such a shower of ish in all those years. I don't know what to say, bro. It's difficult for me to say anything that's going to bring any hope to Arsenal fans at the moment. Appreciate your support. Timo Werner comes on for Havertz. Havertz been excellent again. Real quality player, that kid. W, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, F me, this fan base is soft. Why are men as dramatic as women? Something don't work. Change it. Get this naive businessman out. It's going to take a lot to get him out. He's too comfortable. He's too comfortable. He doesn't feel like moving. So, Mania said I sent a super chat. I did read your super chat earlier, unless you've sent another one. If I've missed it, then apologies. Lukaku flicks on the header. Reece James will keep it in. Whips it in again, headed away by Pablo Mari. Yeah, Mania, I did read your super chat out. That's the only one I can see, the one that you sent not too long ago. Let's boo the manager. It's going to be interesting. Let me know. Obviously, we're in the 89th minute, nearly the 90th. Let me know if there's boos at the end of the game, because obviously I have the commentary turned down. So let me know. Big up Sports Genius. Hope you're well, bro. we were too hard on Wenger. Would you take him back? I mean, listen, I am actually going to be doing the Wenger stream after the international break or during the international break, and we're going to break it down. Listen, at the moment, you would probably say you would take Wenger back, but he is partly to blame. You can't let him off completely, but I mean, listen, we're in a desperate situation, so right now you would take anyone. The way our man's been bullied today is unbelievable. Ball over the top. Rudiger slices it. Can we at least get a goal? Balogun. Aubameyang. Come on, follow it up, man. Mendy collects it. 3 minutes added on. 2 minutes to go. Lukaku, you would think man of the match. He's looked like prime Drogba today. He probably won't get an easier game all season. Absolutely shocking. Embarrassing. We're lucky that Chelsea kind of took their foot off the gas second half and didn't fancy it because it's been a disgrace. Emirates is dead silent. Yeah, oh, man. The Wenger lovers just won't let it go. Big up W. You know I got this dash. Shout me if you ever come to Dubai. Man's going to take this Arsenal straight away of mine. Don Curtis, realist in this thing. Big up W, man. Big up for the super chat, bro. If we still at Captain Passenger Granit Xhaka. Yeah, I've sent the link. I don't know what they're doing, so we'll... Let me send the link to Fran and Laurie. We'll be discussing this absolute pathetic, embarrassing, woeful performance that we've put in. And we'll have a bit of a review after. Xhaka is dead weight, 100%. Protest after the match, I doubt it. I doubt they will. Half of them. Look at Kante, man. Spins away. We're in trouble. Kante into the penalty area. Someone going to tackle him and we clear it. 20 seconds to go. Just end. Oh, man, Balogun, that is woeful. Balogun don't look up to it, what I've seen of him so far, man. He just gives the ball away every time he gets it. We really need a new manager. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Incompetence starts at the top. They're winning 2-0. The game's over. They've won. And their manager was barking out instructions at 2-0. That is the difference. Game over. Defeat. Embarrassing. Shocking. There's nothing I can say. Oh, man. Yeah, I seen Ajax's kit, man. I actually might get that. That's a legendary kit. Arteta has to go, man. He has to. He has to go. He has to go, mate. He has to go. Are they booing people? Let me know. With the boos loud? I've sent the link out, so I'm sure they'll be on shortly. It was an absolute beatdown. Absolute beatdown from Chelsea. 2-0 light work. Absolute light work. There was booing at the end, not that loud. Loud and clear. It's time to go. Lukaku, absolute Lukaku masterclass that was, seriously. What can I say, people? What can I say? One word, bullied. African power from Lukaku. Easy day in the office. 2-0 victory. Who played well for Arsenal? No one. I give Leno. He was our best player. He was our best player. The whole attack looked disjointed. You can't thrive as an attacker in this game, in this team. 4 goals conceded. Manchester City in 6 days' time at the Etihad, they've just won 5-0. Wow, 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 wow. I'm getting doubts over Pepe as well, man. Serious. Good call to sell your ticket. £85 for the ticket, £15 for the petrol, £10 for the parking, £20 for the food and drink. And then I'm going to sit in the rain and watch that. Fran is here. Let me get Fran in.
What? I don't know what to say, man.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. It might be me. Might be on my side. 1 sec. Audio. No, I can't hear nothing.
Can't hear me?
Come back out and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Could you lot hear? Oh, you can hear him. It must be me. Why can't I hear him? Yeah, I wanted to see the suit. Bruv. Oh man, you lot can hear him, yeah? Okay, it must be my computer. I'll take the wire out when he comes. I can't believe that. Cannot believe that rubbish we just watched. Let me add him back.
You hear me now? Can't hear me? Oh, it's just stopped. Maybe Kurt. It seems like the stream can hear me. Oh, where's Curtis has gone now? Can you all hear me, yeah? Yeah, it seems like everyone can hear me. Oh, whoa, it's just me then, people. It looks like there's a technical difficulty. We took over Curtis's channel. Right then, people, what are we thoughts? I mean, people was in my chat. They've now come over in my stream. It was just too easy, wasn't it? It was too easy. It was just way too easy for people. We've got no minerals. That's Fender saying we've got no minerals. Josh is saying, yes, everyone can hear me. Alan, Zach, welcome, Fran. Welcome from Ian. Rikas, Curtis quit. He's had enough, people. He's had enough. Stewie's TV, light work. It's light work. Light work, people, for Chelsea. Light work. Everyone can hear me, Kurt. Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Everyone in the chat was saying you quit, man. You quit. You're done.
Oh, man. I think the computer gave up. I'm here, man. I'm here. You had to host it for me.
Yeah, man. The chat's cool, though. The chat's cool, man. I was just saying it was just too easy. Too easy. Too easy.
Do you know what? Let me tell you one thing. You know the striker in you. I'm just saying from a football point of view.
Yeah.
You got to admire that performance from Lukaku, ain't you? I felt like that was a proper striker.
For me, that's what makes them slightly favourite, I think, with City.
Yeah.
Because they have a focal point. Everything is basically geared to get the ball into Lukaku. Lukaku hold it up, allow everyone to get 10, 15 yards up the pitch. Pop it off, get it wide. You run straight. Basic football fundamentals. Pop it off, run straight. You'll get a goal. And it's not easy to defend against that. Let's be honest. Akinfenwa was still earning money by doing that. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy to defend about that. But what you need to do is say, I'm not going to win the first ball. I'm never going to win the first ball. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep him facing his own goal. Yeah. And then when he spins, because that's what he's going to do, I'm going to spin with him. and I'm going to run in a straight line with him, ball side. So if the ball comes across, it has to go through me first before he taps it in.
100%.
Simple stuff. Simple stuff.
But you know what's mad? Even from a distance, like when the ball's on the halfway line, he's already pinned it. He's saying, just roll it into me. Just roll it.
You've played in games where you know you're better than the centre-half, haven't you?
Yeah.
And all you do is stand still, and everyone just keeps feeding. Well, I played vets this morning. We had Bid Kennedale up front. All I did was get the ball, fed it into him, and ran off him. Basic football. Can you stop it? You can't stop the source. At times, maybe you can get closer to the midfielders, but we couldn't get nowhere. We're close to them. What you can do is you can stop the second phase. When he pops it off, because you know it's going to go wide, which, by the way, I don't know what you thought. I thought Saka was a disgrace for the 2 goals. I've got to be honest. I think it was a disgrace. It was lazy.
Yeah.
And I'm one of his biggest fans. That was pure. I'm not running for this team.
Do you know what, Fran? Couple man in the chat were going, Tierney. I said, Tierney's been dragged across because the centre-backs are getting roasted. And Saka ain't bothering to track Reece James. He's just standing there watching it.
Well, it took us a while. It took me a while because, you know, like I didn't see the replay. And people in my chat were saying, Fran, is it Xhaka? And I say, no, it can't be Xhaka's fault because he's ahead of the ball when it comes in behind him. And then I thought, well, how is Reece James got that much space? I'm thinking, something's got to be wrong here. And then 100. I saw it. Tierney has to look after Mount. So Reece James, and this is what I mean about, this is what people are saying, yeah, but it can't be Saka. Saying, listen. When Saka is getting the ball, who is he having to beat to get across him?
Mate, Reece James. So obviously when James is going forward, he's got to then become the defender.
Exactly my point. So why is Reece James being able to get up and down the pitch?
But you can't.
And Saka don't want to do it. Doesn't matter whether you've got the ball or not. You still should be able to get up and down the pitch. It's basic willingness and fundamentals of being a footballer. And when we said he'd lost the changing rooms, are there signs? Are there signs? I don't want to do it for you.
And I totally agree with that. Because Saka's a 19-year-old lad. His career's going up and up and up. Why would you, as a 19-year-old who, you know, you've played for England, you got your new contract, why would you just start sacking it off? You know what I mean? This manager's one of the, you know, you've bigged him up many times, and yet you didn't want to run. And to me, that's what I couldn't accept, Fran. If Chelsea had a better team than us on the pitch, we had players missing, they were better. If they outplay you, you've got to hold your hands up. That is not a hard-working team that gave everything.
I use Reece James and Alonso as prime examples. Alonso was doubling up and was facing Pepe up, and Reece James was facing Saka up. But at the other end, Alonso and Reece James had free to do as they wish.
100%.
So it's work rate. It's work rate. Willingness to work hard. Chelsea played in first gear for 90 minutes.
Fran, the game was over when they scored that second goal.
Over.
It was done. You might as well go home.
But you know what? You know what, Kurt? You know what? And I know football's changed. But you know what? I was talking about Rudiger the other day. Rudiger's in your face. Yeah. He's biting people. He's smashing you. He's like an old centre-back. I don't get why we are soft mentally, soft physically. They're not winners.
They're not winners.
It shows you today, Chelsea are a better team. Chelsea have better players. They did not get out of first gear. And when I'm seeing man walking around a football pitch, and your man is scoring a goal, not having it. There's no excuses.
Now listen, Laurie's in the chat. Before Laurie speaks, right? I hope you've got that answer written down on paper, because after Brentford, you said you fancied us to get a result. So I need an explanation.
My only explanation is I'm going to be positive and say I think we'll stay up this season. If you look at the table,
at least it's some positive.
Look at the table, we're joint bottom with Norwich, I think. So
yeah.
So it's a 6-pointer in a couple of weeks' time against Norwich.
Wow. And you know what? You've got to laugh because
You do.
it's no joke. It's
That
no
Norwich
joke.
game
Like,
is a 6-pointer, mate.
Mate, that performance today, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm so glad I didn't waste my money going to that. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
Although, to be fair, like, guys, I was quite impressed with Chelsea today, I have to say.
Yeah, naturally.
Lukaku.
yeah, they bullied us by far better than us.
Yeah. And let's be honest as well. We were far from full strength. I mean, I know Chelsea had players out as well, but we were far from full strength. I mean, I know Aubameyang came on, and he did give us a brief lift, I thought. But, you know, there's several players out. Ben White out on the day as well. I guess it was always going to be one of those difficult days, man. What more can I say? Another bad day at the office.
Let me just read a few of these super chats out quick. Antonio said the club is on life support. Now we are flatlining. With these players, we should be at least making chances. Shocking, Arteta lost the dressing room. Canary said we need the principal to come take over the classroom. But I'm telling you, misbehaving school kids, man. And then the last one here. Bob said Chelsea had width and we should have been quick to go 3-4-3. Centre-backs getting pulled all over the place. The press was ish. Not working hard to create overlaps on either wing to help Pepe. And that's what Fran was just saying then. How come their wing-back, and a wing-back role is a horrible role to play, how come Alonso and Reece James are getting 10, 15 yards of space, but our wingers are on the halfway line?
Well, I've got to say, Tierney had a day to forget, man. In that first half, he was absolutely on toast every time.
No, but I think
that's Saka.
We were just saying, I think Saka was lazy in front of him, not helping him.
Well, I think he's still coming back to full fitness, isn't he, as well? What do you think?
Still, man.
See, the thing is, like,
oh, is Reece James. He came back at the same time as him.
We had injuries. We didn't have the squad. We're not as good as them. We don't know what we're doing. The manager micromanaged. You know, the manager.
Look,
all of these things I was saying in my stream. All these things, and I was saying in my stream, like, the world don't care.
It's true.
You got to get on with it. Like, the world don't care. It's excuse after excuse after excuse. If you're telling me you've got a plan, right? Liverpool came third with kids. I'm not having it. I'm not. I try and be positive as hell, but what I'm not, I won't be positive when it's wrong to be positive. I won't be positive when it's wrong to be positive. And it's excuses. Saka was a disgrace today. Absolute disgrace. Disgrace. Didn't turn up, didn't run around, didn't want to work. Absolute disgrace.
No, it wasn't one of his better days.
No. If it weren't for Leno, Leno, look at that save from Lukaku. It would have been 3-4, 5-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just want to ask you something, Laurie, quick now. I mean, you know my opinion. I'm way beyond. With this manager, we've got Manchester City away next week. Let's be honest. We're 99.9% likely to lose that game. We're going into the international break then. Bottom of the league, 0 points. Has this manager got to be sacked?
Well, what I would say is I'm going to answer that in two parts. Should he go? Actually, you know what? I'm going to be slightly kind to him and say I wouldn't sack him after that game. But there's a game the week after against Norwich. If we don't beat Norwich, he has to go. So, yeah, I think that's...
Why would you give him more time? What's your reason for more time?
Because I think, listen, today has exposed the Brentford game for what it was, which was a terrible result for us. Because when you have a set of fixtures like we've had, when you're playing Chelsea and Man City back-to-back, it was vital that we get off to a good start against Brentford. We made the worst possible start against Brentford. I was hoping against hope today that we would show some form and turn it around and at least get a result. I think even on the Talkish Cheap Show, I predicted that we would show some fight and get a 1-0 win. That soon became obvious that wasn't going to happen. Listen, if we sack him now, who are we going to bring in? Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, but look, even if you get someone in temporary charge, surely, like,
that's just a band-aid trying to cover the wound, surely.
But I just feel like it's getting worse the longer we give him. Like, even the signings.
But Curtis, on a serious point, if you say, hypothetically, you say to him, thanks, but no thanks if we lose to City. Yeah. Realistically, given the managers out there, the caliber of the managers out there, who are you going to get?
I mean, listen, I don't know all the managers.
Who are you going to get?
No, but no, I'll just say, obviously, the two obvious ones available are Conte and Zidane. Now, I don't think Arsenal would get any of those two because they would cost a lot and they would need a lot of backing. But if you consider yourself a big club nowadays, we've just spent 30 million on a backup goalkeeper. Let's be honest, right? So why can you not spend 15 million a season on a manager? To me, a manager is one of the most important things in a football club.
I think you answered your own question, because if they've given him that amount of money to spend, again, we spoke on the Talk is Cheap show this week about Arsenal being currently the top of the spenders in this current transfer window. Now, that would be a gross contradiction of terms, isn't it? You've given this man all this money, right, to spend. He's bought players. He's trying to strengthen the squad. He's lost his first 2 games and you sack him. Where is the direction in that? You almost have to show him some kind of backing. You have to. And then, like I said, the options out there are not particularly strong. So, you know, who do you call for? Sam Allardyce.
All right, Laurie,
Potter.
Graham Potter. Listen, I believe now.
Would he come to Arsenal right now? I mean,
yeah, he would.
Yeah,
he would. You would have thought he would. If he's got ambition, he would. It's a step up from Brighton, isn't it, for him?
It's a step up from Brighton, but it's also very precarious circumstances. Would you want to be the manager? Would you want to be the manager that presides over Arsenal struggling to stay up?
Yeah, but would you say that our team is better than Brighton's?
Yeah, but would I say that we've got as much unity and stuff as Brighton? Probably not. And
he has to create that. That's his job.
Yeah, that's true.
He would leave. We'd treble his wage. He would never turn that off.
And we've been saying it. I've been saying it for about 12 months, 18 months. And everyone's like, Potter, I said, listen, that's the type of manager that you need if you want to build a project, because he's the type of person that will build foundations. And then people, you've seen the way he plays, they try and play. Brighton are a goal scorer away from probably finishing higher than us in the league. The amount of chances that they create is unreal. I think they would have finished on 68 points last year if they put their chances away. But hindsight is a great thing. But for me, you know, Spurs, and I know a lot of people don't like talking about Spurs. Spurs went ruthless. They got rid of one of the best managers in world football because he said it was not working. It does not work. They put a kid in. They overlooked Powell. They overlooked King. They put a kid in control to the end of the season and tried to get 4 or 5 managers and end up getting Nuno. Why can't we do that?
And let's face it, Nuno's better than Arteta. I just think this philosophy of, well,
we're not going to get him sacked. Like Laurie's saying, like, you're not going to put that much money into it and tell him to do this and that, and then you're going to sack him after 3 or 4 games. It's not going to happen, you know?
Yeah. I think that's where I'm coming from, to be honest. I mean, I know we can speculate about the manager, but I think we all know deep down that he's not going to get sacked anytime soon.
I know what you're saying. I don't think they will sack him, but I would 100% get rid of it, because to me, you
wanted him in the first place.
Well, I didn't, but do you know what? I gave him a fair opportunity. He's in his 3rd season at a major football club. He's had a great opportunity. He spent over 200 million since he's been here. We're bottom of the league. I know it's 2 games, but we're likely to lose to City. You just can't be in that position. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they sacked Mourinho. They hired Mourinho when they had Poch, who they said Poch was one of their best ever managers. I just think that to say, we can't sack him because who are we going to get? We're bottom of the league. So it can't get no worse than what he's doing. But I know what you're saying. They've backed him with a lot of money. They're clearly going to give him a lot more time.
Once they've backed him with that money, I think it's very unlikely. Listen, like I said, if we get spanked by City next week, and then the week after that we lose to Norwich, I think the fans will be in pretty much uproar. You already saw there was a lot of empty seats.
let's be honest, we could lose to West Brom on Wednesday. I think they're top of the championship.
They're flying at the minute as well.
Let me just get these super chats. Christian said, mate, Arteta lack of tactics is making man like Tierney and Saka look bad. These are quality players. He's devaluing them. Lokonga next. Misty said, second to every ball, every challenge. Too slow to counter press. No tracking. This is Arteta ball. Breathe it in. Yeah, it stinks, mate. I don't like the smell of it. You know what? We were just talking there, Laurie. I mean, how many times on Talk is Cheap have I said to you, Pablo Mari is squad fodder, mate?
Yeah, you have. And I was watching that game today, and every time he got bullied by Lukaku, which, let's face it, was pretty much every time. I just, your words kept ringing in my head. I was thinking, I wonder what Curtis is thinking at this moment.
On that first goal, he just gave up. Lukaku brushed him. He just threw himself to the floor. Oh, ref, give me a free kick. I'm like, come on. This team is soft, innit? There's no backbone in this Arsenal team, man.
Soft. They're a
soft team.
They are a reflection of the manager. The manager is, he tries to be stoic, but then his ego gets in the way. So he contradicts the way that he wants to be as a human. And then he doesn't want personalities around him because they challenge his authority. So how are you then going to get leaders on a pitch? Because leaders have personalities. Leaders are introverts. Leaders will do things you don't really want them to do. That's why they're leaders. You've never met a leader who's a yes man. Never. No. They're not leaders. And you don't want that in his camp. So we can't have leaders because he doesn't want them in his camp. And then when things are going wrong, who do you turn to? You can't turn to no one. You know, it's a double-edged sword with what's going on at the football club. And the way that he wants to be, his way, everything's the way that I want it. This is how it's going to be. If you don't like it, get out. I get that. I mean,
I'm looking at that game today, and I'm looking at Marion Holding, and I'm saying to myself, you're telling me that Saliba can be better than either of these two? I mean, Holding should have got a red card in that game. Did you see
Saliba's worse than them, then Saliba must be absolutely shocking. If he's worse than them too.
Exactly. And the thing is, every time you hear about Saliba in terms of his football, he just gets glowing recommendations.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm not saying Saliba today would have marked Lukaku off the pitch. That would be an extremely hard thing to do. But I fail to see, you've looked at our defensive pairings in the first two games, and I'm including Ben White, and I'm struggling to see where Saliba would be any worse than that. Why has he been allowed to leave the club? And it goes back to what Fran was saying. I have to handle players, man management. We said it many times before when Ranieri won the title for Leicester. It wasn't because of any tactical nous or tactical prowess. You know what I mean? He's basically, he knew how to manage a group of players and get the best out of them. Similarly with United and teams like that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no one's going to convince me that that guy is a tactical masterclass. But it would appear that the team are playing for him and he's able to get the best out of certain players. But this manager, he doesn't have the tactical nous, and he definitely doesn't have the man management skills.
See, the thing is, I think he has the tactical nous, but he doesn't have the personnel to do what he wants them to do. Like I said, he could go to Spain, he could get another club, and they could be Bopsville. They could be playing teams off the park because those players are suited to what he wants to do. He wants to get it out from the back. He wants the goalkeeper to roll it. He wants to wrap it around the corner into midfield. Then he wants to slip it in between the centre-half and the fullback for the wide players to get onto. That's a good philosophy. But you need the players to do that. And if you don't have the players to do that, you then have to think, right, I might have to go Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis mode and put this player there, you head, you kick, you cover, you run, you put the ball in the onion bag, and we get better as we go.
I don't know about the player. I do think we have some very good players, you know. I've always said that. I do. I look at our squad and I think that we are definitely underachieving. And that's why the manager would appear to come in for a lot of criticism, because I look at the likes of Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. You go right through the spine of that team. Smith Rowe, Saka, even the guy that's come in, Sambi Lokonga, he looks a half-decent player. Even man like Curtis's mate, Granit Xhaka, these guys are decent players.
No, I can't put Xhaka. I can't put Xhaka in that category, mate.
Okay, forget that.
Did you see Granit Xhaka today, mate? He was awful. He was terrible. He's a captain. He did nothing. Awful. And I don't know if you noticed today, right? Josh Kroenke was at that game today. He put program notes in the program today, which he never usually does. And he put in the program that Xhaka has signed a new deal. So the club clearly are not even going to announce it on social media because they know there's going to be a backlash from the fans. They don't want to see that. So to me...
But would you agree with me that we have some very good players? Players that they were in other teams would probably be shining.
I think we've got good players, but I don't think we've got a good team. I don't think we connect.
And I have to say though, man, and I know I've cracked on about this before, but it is true. And it's true not just of football, but of all sports. It's true in life. If you're lacking in confidence, things do not come to you easily. You overthink things, you make mistakes, and you're just not at it. And I think today we saw evidence of that today out on the pitch. Chelsea looked far more confident, especially when they scored that goal. I think you said it yourself, Curtis. Once they scored, it was game over. We did up and puff a little bit, but we didn't really look like scoring, did we?
I think...
I mean, this guy here, no disrespect, man, but come on. Laka, Pepe, Xhaka. Okay, even if you leave out Xhaka, you're telling me that Lacazette and Pepe are not good players? Of course they are. Come on, man.
I think they're good players, but
when we signed Pepe, I remember the fanfare. I remember there were several other clubs looking at him. And when we signed Pepe, and you saw all the highlight reels of all the goals he scored, all the tricks and the dribbles and everything else he was doing, we considered it a major cue that we signed Pepe. Remember that, you guys?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that guy's just gone to dust?
I think the problem is though, Laurie, that the Pepe in France is not the Pepe in the Premier League. They're two different players.
That's true.
That Pepe in France was electric. This one is, I don't know.
He had a good first half, actually.
He went on a couple good runs. He's just not. I don't know. I don't know if he's not good enough or the system is holding him back or a combination of the two.
I would say the latter.
He doesn't do enough for a £72 million player. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. Like, if you're Lille, you must be sitting there going, we've robbed them. We've absolutely robbed them. Paid 72 million for that. Look at St. Maximum, 20 million. Look at Neto, 20 million. These men are not even half the price. They're producing more. So I don't know. I don't think you can play. Look at Martinelli today, just running around. You can't play for this.
Play any worse than Hakan Ziyech?
Ziyech is a baller, though, man. He only,
but I mean, you know, I've heard Chelsea fans saying that, you know, I mean, he needs to do more. I think when you're in certain positions on a football pitch and you've got that kind of mercurial talent, people expect you to do things week in, week out that are going to get you off your seat. And I think that sometimes that's a bit sort of the expectation can be hard to live with. Only the elite players are going to give those types of 8, 9, 10 performances week in, week out. It just doesn't happen. And then again, like I said, you put Pepe in a team that is lacking in confidence, it's kind of hard for him to shine.
Pepe needs to be in a team where everyone else does the running for him.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
That's what it is. So he gets a lot of stick from me as well because he doesn't do the graft. And I think football should be based on graft. So the type of player that he is, if everyone else does the running for him, you would see the French Pepe. You know, people say, "Oh, Man City." Now, what people forget, Man City's work rate is probably the highest in the Premier League. When they lose the ball, their recovery is ridiculous. So Pepe couldn't play in a Man City team because he wouldn't do the work, and Pep expects high standards. So for me, the fundamentals are the basics of running back, showing desire, showing heart. And then what happens after that, the little cupcakes and butterfly ribbons, they come out after what makes you better than everyone else. But with Pepe, it's I just want to turn up to the party late, you know, swag. And I don't want to get ready. I don't want to put the graft in. And that's why I think people are wound up, because we don't need players like that at the minute. We need players who are going to give you
it's a little unfair to say that he wasn't grafting today, to be honest.
Come on.
Really?
On. I don't think I've seen him track Alonso once. Now I'll look at the game again. I could be wrong, but it didn't stand out to me that I seen Alonso was Pepe was facing Alonso in the final third, which tells me he's not working on, because Alonso's at the other end.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, Laurie. I'm just going off because I didn't obviously look out for that.
I don't think he was one of our worst players today, I have to say.
I just don't think he did anything. I don't think he did anything.
He didn't do enough, that's for sure.
I mean, big up Don Draper in the chat. Make sure you check out his Twitter page. He's got some great transfer news. Said Arsenal have now scored in just 11 of the last 20 home games, and these are all under Mikel Arteta. I mean, even under Wenger, when we was at the end, like, he's got to go. I knew if I was going to the Emirates, I was going to see excitement. We might concede 3, but we'll score goals as well. Like, I'm struggling to see one reason why this manager should continue. I think he's the worst manager I've ever seen at Arsenal. I can't see anything. It's dreadful. You spent 130 million, and I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh on him, but I think he's terrible. He would be sacked at any other top 6 club.
I think the Arsenal board will look at it and say, and listen, they may have ulterior reasons for doing what they're doing. They'll be saying, we've given you all this money. We as a board are going to be able to turn around, look in the mirror and say, we back the manager. And for that reason, I cannot see him going this side of Christmas. I think unless the results are truly disastrous. Like I said, if we can't beat Norwich at home, then, you might as well just call it a day.
Thing is, though, even if we beat Norwich at home, it's like...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if we do beat Norwich, we'll just roll on to the next game, and you know what I mean. So I think it's 2 ways of looking at this. Should he go? Probably yes. Will he go? Probably not.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think they will get rid of him.
Nah.
Vinyl London said Roy Keane just said it should have been 7 or 6-0.
Well, they missed about 5 chances second half.
No, but listen, I'm not Vinyl London. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like deflated like everybody else. I'm not saying that Arsenal deserved anything more out of the game. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that I didn't think Pepe was the worst player. Maybe you know what I mean?
I mean, he wasn't the worst player, but I think
he's normally one of our better players. He probably had the worst game I've seen him having an Arsenal shirt today.
Who's that?
Tierney.
I mean, it's hard though, isn't it? It's amazing in football though, how somebody not doing their job can affect your job so much. Yeah. And I just think Tierney was exposed. Saka was lazy in front of him. Didn't help him.
Right.
But I think the thing with Pepe, I think we put him on that higher pedestal because it's like, you cost 72 million. So you just not being our worst player. We need more than that. You know what I mean? We need you to be our best player some weeks. And I just think...
Yeah, I think that's what it is with Pepe. We want him to take games by the scruff of the neck. Even when the rest of the team is not playing well, we want to be able to highlight him and say, look, the rest of the team are pretty crap today. A bit like what Aubameyang was doing a couple of seasons ago. Remember, Curtis, when we were saying, boy, if it weren't for him, man, you know what I mean? That's probably what we're looking at Pepe to put in a couple of those type performances that he's seemingly incapable of doing.
Yeah.
But it's very, how can I put, I'm dejected, man. You can probably tell by the tone of my voice. I don't know what to say. I tried to raise my levels of optimism for this game. I was actually predicting that we might get a 1-0 win. I thought we'd keep it tight and maybe a little nicker goal. But then, you know what? Once heard about the Ben White, I mean, I know he didn't play particularly well last week, but it's just fate. You hear of him pulling out with COVID on the day of the game, a bit like last week, pull-outs on the day of the game. Then I heard that Lukaku's starting. I was already starting to think, you know what, this is already starting to look like it could be another disappointing day. And so it proved. And I have to say that, and I'm sure you guys have discussed this already, so forgive me if I'm sounding like I'm treading over old ground. But from where I was sitting, and I was at the watch-along with those guys, The minute Chelsea scored that first goal, I just thought, you know what, that's probably it. We're going to lose.
Don said Arteta suffered his 20th defeat as Arsenal manager in the Premier League in what was his 60th game, while Wenger didn't register his 20th defeat with the Gunners in the competition until his 116th game.
But I think that's an unfair comparison, because if you look at the teams that both respective managers had, it's on a different planet.
Now, I don't know if you heard on Friday in the press conference, I was going mad about it. I don't know if I exaggerated it, but he said you shouldn't judge how well you're doing based off winning and losing. I mean, that comment for me is absolutely outrageous for a manager at a big club. Like, what do you make of that comment? Like, I just think that's such a loser's comment.
Well, it is, and I'm surprised that the journalists who were present in the room, didn't they press him on that? I mean, that sounds ridiculous. If I'm a journalist worthy of the name, I'm saying, can you break that down, please? What does that mean? Seriously. Consider when everybody,
some people making excuses again, saying lost in translation and that, but that's not lost in translation. That's a loser's mindset.
It is. Even my girlfriend, man, who knows very little about football, even she would tell you that football is a results business. So, you know what I mean?
Anything. What can you do? What can you be good at if you're not good at something like what? I don't. Doesn't even make sense.
What professional sport isn't a results business? So that is an utterly facetious, and I'm astonished that he could even come out with that. Shows how much pressure.
Outrageous comment.
Because no one did push him on that.
Yeah, no, you know what these men are like. I don't think they're allowed to say certain things in them press conferences, man. They get locked off.
No, but surely someone could stand up and say, "Oh, that's an interesting observation, Mr. Arteta. Could you explain that to us? Could you break that down?"
They were probably waving arms in the background, like, "Hurry up, move on."
Seriously, any journalist worthy of the name would have stuck their hand up straight away. I'm sorry, could you just explain that, please, Mikel? In their most politest Fleet Street voice.
I mean, I'm looking at Mikel Arteta lost 13 league games last season out of 38. He's now lost 2 out of 2. And let's face it, it's probably going to be 3 out of 3 by Saturday. I mean, Josh Kroenke's at the game today. If I'm the owner and I've just spent 130 million and that's what I'm looking at, he's got to be ringing his dad saying, "Listen, mate, something's going wrong here." I don't know what's going on. But
Curtis, if you gave, obviously not your girlfriend now, the lovely lady that you got now, but an ex-girlfriend, if you gave her your American Express gold card and platinum card, you say, "Go out and treat yourself," and she come back with £1,000 worth of shit, are you gonna say, "Right, you know what, give me back my card, man, get out"? You know what I mean? You bought rubbish, get out. You know what I mean?
She won't get the card again, though.
yeah. Cash only next time.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, you've entrusted her with the card. She's gone out and got the money. She's gone out and got the goods. So when she comes back and you look at the goods, you're going to think, "Right, you spent 50 million on Ben White. You've got this and that." You know what I mean? You are going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, "Well, okay, I wouldn't have bought these guys, but you know what? Let's see how it all works out." So I think it's a very clumsy analogy, right? But that's where Arsenal are at. They literally have to give this guy some more time.
I mean, to me, it's being as you're doing the whole relationship thing. To me, this is like that toxic relationship, and you've just got to get out of it. You know what I mean? You're just there because you've been there for years, but you just got to be brave, man, and walk out.
Got to be brave, man.
Suitcase.
Or you got a joint mortgage.
You know what I mean? We're going to have to see a lawyer and split this money up somehow.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a result at City?
Well, I'm waiting for you to tell me that we're going to beat them next.
Yeah, I mean, I was basing my theory on, you have that theory in football, which is we can't be as bad as this again. That was what I was basing my theory on. But arguably, we was maybe not as bad because Chelsea are a very good team. I think that's one thing that's kind of given me some kind of optimism for next week, is that, well, for the future, I'm saying, listen, Chelsea, you have to say that they smashed up Palace last week. They're beating us comfortably this week. They're champions of Europe. They ain't no idiot team. You know what I mean? They will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. I firmly expect them to be challenging for the title next season. Now, when you weigh that up with where we are, were we being realistic to think we could beat them, even at home? We were probably hoping against hope. So the fact that they have now beaten us, and let's face us, outclassed us. Last week we were outworked and outmaneuvered. Today we were probably outclassed, if we're being honest.
The thing is, you will have a game. You will see games this season where Chelsea drop points against a bang average team like a Burnley or somebody like that who just works their socks off and defends like beasts, nicks a 1-1. So at the same time, look, I get you. Chelsea are a better team than us, but once again, it's not like Mendy's made 4 world-class saves with it, the post crossbar and peppered them. Lukaku can take that shirt off, hang it back up and say, don't even wash it. I'll wear that next week.
Well, did you see all the articles at the end of the game? They looked like they were mobbing for his shirt.
Yeah, of course, because look at that performance. He looked like prime Drogba. He looked like prime Drogba.
Actually, you know what? That is a very good observation, that.
He was
looked like Drogba. Remember what Drogba used to do to us?
Yeah, I know.
Drogba used to like
weak.
Something score.
We were like baby food to that guy.
Sol Campbell must have been thinking, wow. Because he was at the side of the pitch and he must have been thinking, how does a centre forward do that to a centre back? Because you ain't doing that to Sol. History setting, sorry, but he must have been thinking, wow. I mean, City, I don't know. 4-1 if you're lucky.
Oh, mate, I don't think we'll score. They'll keep the ball for 70% of the game.
I honestly, and someone makes a good point about the Lampard business with Abramovich. That's ruthlessness.
Yeah.
200 million didn't work. Was it 5 months? 4 months? After he spent 200 million or something crazy?
I think the trouble as well for fans as well who think like Curtis and yourself is that if you recall, towards the end of last season, Arsenal went on a winning streak of 5 games. Yeah, I mean,
again, no, Laurie, it's history settings, isn't it? Again, it's history settings.
And the season was done. We had nothing to play for and started playing well.
Yeah.
You know what it's like. Like Curtis makes a good one. You take your girlfriend every night for a year. The next year, if you don't take her out, she'll forget about the year before, and she'll say, "Well, that was last year. What about this week?" And that's it. Just moves like football's very quick in it. You've seen how football moves. A player has a bad 6 months, and everyone says that he's finished. Football moves very quick.
Aubameyang now.
Yeah, he's finished. He's not finished. Things have just changed.
Yeah.
He'll probably go somewhere else and bag 30 goals and go some crazy. Do you know what I mean? He is 31. He's going to slow down. He's chilling or whatever. But we're not going to sack him. You're right there. We're not going to sack him. I can't see it. We're not ruthless enough. If this was Chelsea, I think they would be sacking him this morning or tomorrow morning. But he probably would have been sacked a lot earlier. They're not going to sack him. They believe in what he's telling them. He's obviously a very good communicator with the owners. He's obviously got him wrapped him around where he needs to. I mean, the guy's smiling. I'm watching it, and the guy's smiling.
Yeah, he's doing his interview now. Obviously, I can't hear it.
You know what? I've got a theory about that. I think that is what we're seeing there is it's a symbiotic relationship between him and the board. They're mutually beneficial to each other. So, in other words, they've got him there. He's the patsy.
Yeah.
So they've got him there, and they said, right, okay, because they know that he's not really gonna like challenge them in the way that other managers worthy of the name would.
Yeah.
And they have given him a level of backing. They've sort of rewarded him.
Gave him 150 million,
Yeah. We say, you know what? We like you. You don't complain too much. You don't. You know what, Mikel? We can see that you could be. So you know what we do? We'll give you some money and we'll see how you go.
Curtis can't wait to get these pictures out,
mate, it's there waiting. The circus continues, mate, because I'm sorry.
I'm going to push you, man. You know what I mean?
Go on, push me. I'm ready.
If you get him, you want him gone tomorrow.
I want him gone today. Today.
Right. So hypothetically speaking, the board say do an about turn, and they say, you know what? The results are not good. when it's not looking like there's going to be any upward trajectory. So we're going to fall on our sword, or we're going to sack him. Curtis and Fran, come on, be realistic now. Don't give me names of guys that have got jobs already.
All right.
Give me realistic names of guys that you think. And even Graham Potter, you're saying that he would leave Brighton at this point. I'm not so sure. Anyway.
He would, Laurie, man. Come on.
Think so?
He's come from the Swedish league. He's at Brighton. He got a chance to go to Arsenal.
But he's king of Brighton right now, isn't it? You can do
but they're not going nowhere, are they, Brighton?
But not a we. And he could be seen as the man that takes us down.
I've heard Graham Potter speak. He sounds quite ambitious. I think he said he wants to be the England manager, and he would look at Arsenal as an opportunity. They're on the floor. Can I be the guy that lifts?
And that notwithstanding, are you doing a little bit of? And again, we're going to use relationships here. You've been with your girlfriend for a while, and you see this next girl walking down the street, and all of a sudden, look this great girl, because you know what I mean. We all tend to do
but the difference is, Laurie, right? This guy is bottom of the league playing terrible football. So there's nothing positive there for him. If I said to somebody now, how can you justify Arteta continuing in the job? Other than saying, well, the board have backed him and he needs time. But I'd say, but this guy's in his third season. The standard of football is terrible. Our best striker's gone down the toilet playing under this guy. Nobody in the attack looks like they're thriving under him.
Okay, so you give me Graham Potter. I'm
not saying Graham Potter, but I'm saying
I'm not convinced that he's going to take us back to our halcyon days. Give me the couple of names of other guys that are available right now that you think would be a good fit for us.
Listen, me, and I'll say it, and people will say, no, you can't
take Curtis Shaw.
No, I'd take Curtis Shaw. I do better than this guy. You have got, I don't care what anybody says, you have got to break the bank and go and get Antonio Conte. I'm sorry. That is the one. And people will say you can't get him. I'll say, well, hang on a minute. He had face-to-face interview with Daniel Levy to take the Tottenham job. So if you have a face-to-face interview, that means you're interested in the job. He didn't take it because he wanted He wanted £15 million a season. They offered him 12, and he wanted 7 members of staff. I think they said he could only have 4.
Do you see Arsenal doing that?
Well, no, I don't think they will. But what I'm saying is that money, you've just spent that on a backup goalkeeper. So the manager is more important than a backup goalkeeper. So if they had anything about them, they should be doing that, but they probably won't. They'll probably give it to Mertesacker, the under-23 coach.
Fran, same question to you. Who would you like to see, or do you agree with Curtis?
Well, obvious one is Conte. I think that's obvious. You've got Ten Hag and people like this, but as a player, as a manager, I would bring him now, but he wouldn't come in on a short-term deal. Out of work, I would bring Eddie Howe in now.
Eddie Howe?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fran, Eddie what? Eddie Howe?
I'll bring Eddie Howe in now, yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
The guy, what he did with Bournemouth and the players and the style of play may be better than what Arteta's trying to do with his play. You can't tell me.
I'm not being funny, right? Curtis,
you can't tell me Arteta is better than Eddie Howe.
I wouldn't even say he's better than Sean Dyche, but that's not real.
There's no way. But we got the reason I say Eddie Howe is you're not going to get Conte, you're not going to get Zidane, you're not going to get Joachim Low, you're not going to get Ten Hag. Forget it. You're on the wrong aisle, people. You ain't getting those people.
That's why I'm reluctant to just say
you have to go with someone who fits the process of what they're trying to do. That process is never going to change, by the way. It's out black and white, spreadsheet, everything. This is the process. We want to buy young players. We're not buying anyone over this amount. We're probably not going to pay anyone over 300 grand ever again. This is the mold. Now, you look what Eddie Howe and the way that he played football and what he did with players and the relationship he had with players, he would get more out of this team than Arteta. Would he get us top 6? No. But you name me another manager, which you have a good point, Laura, who will fit in the way the Kroenkes want to move at the moment. It's all right saying, like Curtis say, we want Conte. We'll want Conte. But you're not going to get them. So if you get rid of Arteta
the only thing I would say, Fran, with Eddie Howe, obviously he's been at Bournemouth, who were a relegation battling team. Would you not look at it and think the way the dressing room is, they're not going to respect him? He hasn't had a big career. plays nice football.
You've got that from players, but Arteta's got rid of those players. You ain't got no one left.
But what about your Aubameyangs and that? Is he and Pepe? Are they going to work for Eddie Howe? Are they going to run for him? And
no, but Frank said an interesting thing earlier when he said that a team, which I do get exactly the concept, the point you're trying to make when you said a team is often a reflection of the manager.
Yeah.
Given where Arsenal are, the parlous state where we are now, I would agree with Curtis. Bringing in someone like Eddie Howe, I'm not sure.
You're not going to get them. You ain't going to get them.
Yeah, but Fran, if Tottenham got Mourinho and Nuno, surely we can get at least a manager on Nuno's level. And Eddie Howe ain't as good as him.
On evidence, the way the club is being run at the moment, we're not going to get those type of managers. On evidence. We don't know because we're not in the boardroom. So you've got to be realistic on who you're going to go for. Yeah. You've got to be realistic of where you are at the moment as a football club. Where you are at the moment, where we are at the moment as a football club, is we're trying to buy young players. We're trying to develop them to sell them in the future, to put money in the Kroenke's pockets and stay in the top half of the table. You can clearly see that. So to go for a Conte, and I fully agree with what Curtis is saying, get the money, what you're wasting, and go and get a big manager. But the big manager is then going to want another 200 million to bring the players that he wants to play in with his staff. He's already told Spurs, forget your kids. I'm bringing kids through. I want instant success. Are Arsenal going to do your Hale End nonsense, what keeps going, what people live off? That's out the window if you get a Conte. You don't give two fucks, about Hale End. You don't care. So you got to think about where you are. Now you think, Potter. Potter's good, but 2 years ago, everyone would have laughed at the same at Potter.
Bro, this is it. Yeah.
It's difficult.
When people say, what do you mean by Eddie? People go off instant gratification. They don't look at the fundamentals or what a player or a person can do. Now, someone in the chat saying, yeah, but we're Arsenal Football Club. We're mid-table Arsenal Football Club.
The only thing is, Rat, I just think if Eddie Howe got the job, from day one, the fans would be against him.
Yeah,
he'd be fighting a losing battle, I think.
What if he does well? People are that stupid. He does well, everyone likes him.
They will, but it'd be tough. I mean, listen, we're at that stage, but it's a tricky one.
They won't go for an Eddie Howe. Of course they won't.
They won't. No, they won't. What about Gerrard? People saying Gerrard. I feel like he's waiting for Liverpool.
I don't think Gerrard would even take the Arsenal job. I think he's in lieu for the Liverpool job when Klopp leaves. So he's not going to want to jeopardise that, is he? I think if you chop.
What about what? No, I think he's in a job now. Sarri, I think he took a job in Italy.
Sarri, would he win over the Arsenal fans though?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like winning over fans is not the agenda.
Yeah, no, but nevertheless, it's an important factor, though, isn't it? I think, like Curtis said,
is it? Look at Everton.
Like Eddie Howe, I think the fans would be underwhelmed, and I think that the first time he loses a couple of games, everyone would be on his case.
Look at
Would you take Bielsa?
Everton have done the worst thing you could possibly do in Scouse law. Do Everton care? No.
But he's proven,
a good manager.
Right, he's proven though, isn't he?
Yeah, but still, what I'm saying is, even
I would have taken Rafa. I would have taken. I said that to my brother, and he loved. We don't want them old man. I would have taken.
That's
and it goes back to last season when myself and Curtis were saying Mourinho. A lot of people laughed at us and shouting, "Yes, we know what happened to Mourinho at Tottenham, but he was never this bad."
Never.
You got to remember, clubs don't listen to fans.
No, they don't.
And if they did, football would be completely different. Look, if Everton finish 6th, 7th now, everyone will go, "Oh, genius move. People were booing him. People were booing Everton. The own Everton fans were booing Everton. Do you think Benitez cares? Do you think Everton care when they win? No. Everyone says it's a results business.
It is.
We've got to come away from that thinking that the club and the board are going to listen to us, because they're not going to.
I'm just looking at some of these quotes now. Arteta said afterwards that Kieran Tierney has got a thigh injury as well, so that could be him out of the City game. He said here, it's really challenging at the moment. We are missing 9 players. We are playing with a lot of courage. They are trying their best, but at the moment, it's not enough to win football matches. I mean,
I think some people might debate that courage thing.
yeah, I mean, listen, we are missing players. Obviously, we had no Gabriel, no Partey, no Ben White, no Lacazette, no Willian, although I don't know if Willian makes any difference. But the courage thing for me...
He's clearly not match ready, is he? So
no. But,
I mean... They make a difference, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of... although I do absolutely get your two guys' points, you kind of have to stay with him for the time being. At least if you stay with him, and then you let him go whenever, at least he cannot, or anyone can't say that he's not been given a fair shake.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the next couple. We've got City, right? Okay, we're kind of writing that off already. But then he's got a very winnable game after the international break against Norwich.
But then he's got Burnley away and Tottenham at home.
Burnley, yeah.
Tough
and
game.
And Brighton away as well.
Yeah.
And we've got Crystal Palace and Villa. So there must be a couple of wins in there, surely.
I just look at for this guy. COVID's affected us last season, even though it affected everyone. Then it was, I need a full pre-season. You've had the full pre-season. Then it was, I need another transfer window. You've had the transfer window. I don't see any improvement. I don't even enjoy watching Arsenal play. I got to be honest. We're boring. We're boring. We're slow. We're tepid. We don't string 3 or 4 passes together. We don't move the ball quick. It looks like a nightmare for a striker. I'd hate to play up front for Arsenal. Absolutely hate it.
That brings me to a point you were making. I remember, Aubameyang getting enough stick. Get Martinelli in at least to run around. Have you seen any noticeable difference? I mean, when I said that to a colleague of mine today, he said, yeah, but you're expecting a 19-year-old. I said, yeah, but you were the same one that was calling for that 19-year-old to replace Aubameyang. And I'm saying he's
no real difference. There's no difference.
Yeah, and what have you seen? Have you seen anything different? So really, it's not just Aubameyang is the problem. I mean, am I being harsh there? I mean, like, that's what people were saying, weren't they? They were saying, get Aubameyang out, get Martinelli in. At the very least, he'll do a lot of running around. He'll make it difficult. We'll press, and we will pick up chances and score goals off the back of that. Have you seen that play out? Yes, it's only 2 matches, but have you seen anything like that play out?
You know what? I don't think any striker would do much in that team at the moment. Look at today, man. What did we create? Hardly anything.
Nothing.
Hardly anything. I think the best chance was the Rob Holding header. He should have probably scored that. Yeah. But in an attacking sense, it's a nightmare for an attacking player in that team. I just think the longer this guy stays in charge, the harder it's going to be to clear up the mess when he goes, because I don't think these guys want to play for him. I haven't seen Aubameyang smile for about 6 months, and he used to be the happiest guy on the pitch. Xhaka's wearing the armband again. Like, I feel sick every time I see it.
Who else would you give it, Kurt?
Mate, anyone but him. He doesn't deserve to wear it. He took it off. He threw it on the floor. He told us to F off. He flirted with Roma the whole summer. He wanted to leave. He was bigging up Mourinho. You bring him back, give him 4 years and a pay rise, and say, have the arm back.
Listen, we always say, like, listen, things have gone against him. Things have, 9 players out. He's not his team, rocked just before the Brentford game. It is his first transfer window, and no fans are there, and all these things, which is a blessing for him that no fans were there last year. But, it becomes a point where people get sick of excuses. People will always have 1 or 2 excuses. That's fine. But when you keep hearing the same excuse or excuse after excuse after excuse, reality is people don't care.
Yeah.
And the fact is, you got to do.
Some people were saying that the fans could turn if the result doesn't go our way. I didn't see any evidence of that today. Maybe like me, they were just coming around to the conclusion, saying, "Look, at the end of the day, I know this is kind of a bit defeatist, and I don't want to sound defeatist, but I'm looking at that Chelsea team today, and I'm thinking, you know what? They are a damn good team.
Oh, obviously, Champions League Europe.
And this kind of gets Arteta out of jail just a little bit. What they did to us today, I can see them doing that to several teams this season. And I might add on top of that, teams that are better than us, they will go there to their ground with Lukaku up front. Because let's face it, he would appear to be the missing piece of the puzzle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last year, they were misfiring up front with Werner and Tammy to a lesser degree, I would say. Now you've got big, strong Lukaku, and he's not just big and strong and can rough man up. He knows where the goal is as well. And
do you know what it is? I just think sometimes with
we won't be the only ones that get beat at home by Chelsea.
We won't, but it just seemed too easy. I looked at that. I thought that's the first home game of the season. 60,000 or 50,000 fans back. You know, at least rattle them a little bit. Make life. Listen, I just watched Southampton today. Sold their striker, sold their centre back. Man United won 5 last week. People saying they're brilliant. And they just drew 1-1 with them. They signed a man from Blackburn in the Championship.
Should have lost
they
as well.
Worked hard, and they could have won that game because they all put in a shift for that manager. And Man United are title challengers as well. You know, I don't think they'll win it, but they'll be in the top 4. You know,
but all round, I wouldn't say United are as good as Chelsea.
I don't think they are, but they've got a lot of quality.
They're a more exhilarating team than Chelsea. They're liable to get you off your seat a bit more with some of the players they got, like Fernandes, your Pogbas, and you know what I mean, and Martial.
But then we're better than Southampton, you would say, with the players they've sold. So I just think it was too easy, but it's one of them, isn't it?
Manager, go back to what Franny said about a reflection of the manager, how hardworking they are. I mean, look at the passion that man shows in his team. You know what I mean? They seem to have the players playing for them. So
I don't see anything like when the camera goes to him the camera goes to him and something's gone wrong, and it's like what my son does. It's just turns around. If Saka does not run back and Reece James looks like the best right-sided player I've ever seen in world football, I am dragging him round the neck and saying, young blood, sort yourself out. But no. Oh, he might be tired. He might be carrying something. What? I'm done. It's excuses, man.
I couldn't believe he didn't make a change at half time. I couldn't believe it.
Same formation.
Same setup. Didn't change anything. The game was over. I'm like, Aubameyang's got to come on. Or Pablo Mari's on a yellow card.
That's a bit strange why they come.
Same team.
I'm not being funny. I still think Tierney was poor. I'm surprised it took until he was injured to get Tavares on. And actually, when Tavares did come on, he actually did quite well.
He looked all right, but I think we're light years off it. RCS said Chelsea are set to challenge for the title, but for us to only recall our closest chance to score was a Rob Holding header. It's going to be hard times.
Difficult to disagree with that. Difficult to disagree. Listen, I'm not really disagreeing with too much of what any of you guys have said. As you know, I respect your opinions 100%. I guess what I'm trying to do is A, be realistic, and B, try and find a sliver of optimism heading into next week when it could get real horrible. Especially early kickoffs, we tend not to play very well anyway. To go up to Man City off the back of that 5-0 hiding of Norwich. If they get an early goal, it could get really horrible.
I must see. Arteta said Ben White is unlikely to play next week because of the. I think because of the.
You have to isolate for.
He has to isolate. He said he won't be able to train all week. We're not even sure if he'll be able to travel to the game. He's unlikely to be fit anyway. And then he said the table is not going to be decided in August. I don't want to see anyone feeling sorry for themselves.
The table, bloody hell!
I mean, we're bottom of it, aren't we? So. I don't think anyone wants to look at the table. But just looking ahead, the game's finished, and we could talk about it all night. I mean, the transfer window's still open. He's got to get someone in there, surely, Annie, even if it's one more.
Who's in the game?
I mean, listen, there's players out there that are better than what we've got. Get Max Aarons at right back. Get Aouar from Lyon. There's players better than what we've got on the pitch.
Surprised Bellerin hasn't figured. There must be something going on.
He's injured. He said he got injured in training.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something clear because all of a sudden he's not.
Funny thing is, there's players in our squad who are I'm not saying he's the answer, but You look at players like Guendouzi, Torreira, Saliba.
Even Maitland-Niles, I'm surprised he hasn't.
Yeah. Who actually played well for us today outside? I think Leno played all right, really.
Leno played well.
Who else? Think anyone else? No.
I think Pepe had a few moments in the first half when he promised, but that soon faded out. So
there was no end product. I didn't see him have a shot that the keeper saved. I didn't see a cross that anyone should have scored. There was no end product from it. I
think Smith Rowe had a few moments where he looked quite threatening.
Yeah, people saying Lokonga. I thought he was okay. I don't think he got on the ball much. But I've said many times, you play next to Granit Xhaka, you're going to suffer, mate. I'm telling you. You've seen it with Partey last season. He can't move. You look how much movement Chelsea have got in midfield. They're bringing on N'Golo Kante.
Yeah,
he's one of the best midfielders in the world.
You
know what I'm saying? Their bench was better than our team.
Yeah. And that's why when you say that, when we take all that into consideration, and again, I don't want to sound defeatist. When you look at their bench, Ziyech and Kante coming off the bench when the game's pretty much won. In other words, the manager's given them a little run out. And then you contrast that with where we are.
I think, as I said,
it's probably not a match where the manager's going to get sacked on the back of. That will be if you don't beat Norwich in a couple of weeks' time.
It's just for me. If I'm the chairman, football, boxing, sport, it doesn't work like that, does it? Do you know what I mean? We've seen it. We've seen upsets where somebody beats. If Arsenal beat Chelsea, that's not like a wild, unbelievable upset. It's not like Norwich beating them.
Because we beat them home and away last season. But I'm just saying that you have to respect the fact that they are a good team. They're champions of Europe. They've just acquired the services of, it has to be said, one of the best strikers in the world on current form. And so for us to lose at home to them is not as bad as the defeat was last week.
But the performance was woeful again. Don't you think, though? The performance was terrible. There's nothing positive you can take out of that performance.
There's very little, apart from, like you said, Leno having played quite well, and Smith Rowe ran around. He didn't really do anything of any note, but at the same time, he did give the impression that he was trying to make things happen. But yeah, largely I have to agree with you, Curtis. There wasn't too much in the way of positives I can take from that game, apart from that we were playing a very good team. So maybe they just outclassed us. Maybe we just have to come round to that kind of conclusion that, you know what, these men are eating in a completely different restaurant to us. They're just, you know what I mean? Their men are dining at the upper echelon of restaurants, you know, whereas we're on, you know what I mean? We're going to diners. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I'll never accept that. There's a manner of defeat, man. That's
disappointing thing for me is, listen, we're not going to beat Chelsea. That's a fact of the matter. That's a reality, right? And we're definitely not going to do it without 9 players.
Yeah.
But to not run around and to not show desire makes me sick. And that's what I don't like.
Do you think that there was a lack of desire today then?
There's no desire. Chelsea didn't get out of first gear.
Definitely.
I didn't see no one tackle properly. I didn't see no one getting no one's face.
Well, I saw Rob Holding. He nearly got himself sent off.
But it's the only bit of fight he's shown when Rudiger gave a free kick against him or something. Yeah. You know, I don't. And it's just the manner, like maybe it's a bit old school. But for me, in a sports or a contact game, even though it's not much contact these days, to have no aggression or want to beat the person facing you is just weak. I can't get my head around it. I don't. Maybe it's modern day football. I don't understand it. So what I don't like is, for example, if Lukaku is bullying me, and by the way, I'm half the size of Lukaku, do you think I am not going to let him know that I am there?
Come on, have to.
Yeah, he's getting something like that, and he ended up getting booked.
Nah, he weren't really about it, man. I would have let him know.
Murray got booked, didn't he?
I think Murray tried it once, did he? Yeah, Murray did. Murray did.
But you know the problem with that is when you get booked, because I think he got booked after about 30 minutes. That means for the next 60 minutes, he's playing on tenterhooks.
You got to be cute,
I
aren't
think
you?
you
You've
You
got
gotta
to
be cute, man. You gotta be cute. Haven't you seen that
You
thing
gotta
what
be
Pep
cute.
says in the documentary?
Gotta be cute.
We'll pass the yellow cards on. The next
Pass the
guy
yellow
got to
cards
go
on,
and
yeah.
clamp him now.
So
Yeah,
4 or
yeah,
5 people get booked. So what you're trying to do is, for example, in the changing room, Lukaku. By the way, lads, Lukaku, we know what he's about. We know what Chelsea. Everyone in the world knew what Chelsea were going to do today. Get the ball into the main focal point. Go off him like the Red Arrows. Everyone in the world knew. Bar Arteta, it seems. All right. But right then, lads, Mari Holding. It's going to be tough. You know it's going to be tough. I'm going to need a little bit of protection, Xhaka. Yeah. If you can't do that, take it in turns to go down his Achilles early doors. That's what you do.
You've got to let him know you're there,
That's what
man.
you
You
do.
can't let him just roll you all game like that, man. Them man,
He
listen
was
to me.
literally just playing like he was playing with his family in the garden. Like, you go down his Achilles, but you don't do it. You do it away from the ball. You don't do it. But we don't have that, and that's know-how. That's know-how how to play the game. It's know-how how to play or to win the game.
The dark arts, man.
Pep, one of the probably the best managers we've seen in the Premier League. He talks about it all the time. You have to be smart if someone is better than you at something. You have to be smarter. And we don't have that. And it's just worrying that we don't have that little. I don't know. There's just something.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have that.
My problem is just listen. You can lose to a better team. That can happen in any sport. You heard Klopp yesterday. Look what Klopp's saying. He said Burnley were like a wrestling match. They're climbing on man's back and they're having a fight with him. That is the minimum. That is the minimum. Go and have a fight with Chelsea in the footballing sense. Give everything. Make life difficult. I did not see a difficult game for Chelsea today. I don't care if they're better than us. That was light work. And
that's the only thing that's concerning for me.
Exactly. We just
that's
lost
the concerning thing, yeah.
Where was the
I can't listen, man. I defer to your guys' knowledge. If that's what you saw, I'm not going to second guess.
No, but do you think that was a good performance today? Because
no, I guess I'm being slightly defeatist in saying the only positives I can take from that game was the fact that we were up against whom I consider to be one of the best teams in the Premier League. I definitely think that they're going to be challenging.
Yes.
So I'm almost as if I'm trying to say, like, I've been out on road, I got knocked out, and when I go home and my girlfriend says, "Laurie, what happened to you?" I say, "Boy, I got knocked out, but you know what? I got knocked out by Curtis. He's the baddest man in town." So, you know what I mean?
She's still not going to accept it, though.
You're not going to accept it, Laurie, man. Trust me, you can't. You can't. You should have at least landed a big one on his chin before he knocked you out. You know what I mean?
That's what she's going to say, innit? Well, what did you do? Did you even land a blow? And I'm going to say, boy, you know what? I'm not even sure if I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Out. But hey, man, City next week.
City next week. We'll be here again about Saturday afternoon after Grealish has got the match ball, and we'll be saying, at least we've got Norwich.
Because last season, Grealish absolutely played with us. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Destroyed.
I remember he absolutely violated us last year.
Yeah.
Listen,
looking at
what people have got to remember is there's a lot of people in the chat, etc. Things like that. We want Arteta to do well. I think people sometimes, because we talk about it a lot. We want Arteta to do well. I just can't see it. So if I can't see it, it gets to the point where he's had long enough. I can't see it, Laurie. I can't see it.
No, I'm not. Listen, man. Again, I'm not. I just think on that one, I just don't see him going. I'm just looking at it from a realistic.
From a business point of view, they're definitely not going to sack him. 100%. I can't.
Hey, this guy here, man.
Laurie Teta.
Less than that, man. Realistically speaking, I don't see them sacking him anytime soon. Like I said, if we lose at home to Norwich, then you pretty much have to. You know what? If we lose at home to Norwich, then it shouldn't even be about the board. Arteta should just go to his office and just type out his thing and say, "Yeah, I'm gone."
But he won't. He wants that paycheck, man. He ain't gonna
him and the owner, as soon as they get on so well, I'm sure they can sort out a little deal.
Yeah, he wants to get paid.
The funny thing is, though, even if we beat Norwich, which I think we will, it doesn't prove anything, really.
Not really, but
because we should be.
If you lose at home to Norwich, Curtis, surely that's it.
We'll see where we are after 10 games. It's always the 10 game. In football, everyone speaks about the first 10 games. Where are you?
Like I said, he won the last one. And I know you're going to counter by saying there's no pressure. But if we want to be fair, statistically, he won his last 5 games before the season ended. Yeah. So I think what happened was we had such a poor pre-season. And then we had the injuries, we had the COVID, then we had the little fallout with Aubameyang and speculation whether he'd lost the dressing room with the players and all that type of stuff.
So what would help him?
Got off to the worst possible start. It could not have gone any worse, really.
Yeah. And you know what would help him, though? A lot of people say, like, he doesn't help himself. And he don't help himself. It would help him if he had a different communication skills with the press. It would help him if he can't be fully honest. We know how the business works, but to a degree where the fans kind of try to understand what's going on. Yeah. But because he don't do that, people instantly just say, that's it. I don't want him no more. Do you know what I mean? So
I think from the outside looking in, it would appear that his man management skills are absolutely non-existent. And
he's got an ego problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Ego's a big
I've
problem.
worked with managers, not in football, obviously, but I've worked with some real poor managers that just didn't get it. They may have known about the operations, right? They may know the job itself, but to work with other people and try and get the best out of them, that is actually a very underrated skill. And that's why I referenced earlier guys like Ranieri and Ollie and people like that who are not the most tactically astute, but they seem to be able to forge a good relationship with their players. That's why with Ollie in the past, every time it's looked like he was going to get the sack, all of a sudden United go on a little run. It's almost as the players said, you know what, we really like this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas when Mourinho was there, you saw the problems he had.
Yeah.
I mean,
of course. You know? When I had managers who I didn't get on with, or the team didn't get on with, we wouldn't deliberately get him the sack, but we wouldn't run the extra 10 yards.
We wouldn't run the extra yard for him, would we?
And then eventually, by not running the extra yard is a compound effect by 11 players, you lose the game. Exactly. Hence, the manager gets the sack. So you kind of knew what you was doing, but it was down to the manager. Was I can't even say it on air, but it's down to the manager lacked skills, and also in their defense, we as players when we were younger, we had our own little ego problems as well. You know, we wasn't wise men. So these players, they're not mentally mature yet, so they do things differently as well towards the manager. So.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, just quickly before I wrap up, I mean, I'm just looking at some of the quotes from Arteta. He says he doesn't think Lacazette will be available for next week either, which, I mean, I don't know. The COVID obviously has got him quite bad. He said,
we only players that we're missing.
He said, we only expect Odegaard to join the group from the group that we didn't have this week. We will have to check Kieran Tierney's injury tomorrow. So that's it, really. We're not really adding anyone, but 4 goals conceded, not 1 goal scored in the first 2 games as well.
I mean, to see a stat as well of the amount of chances we're creating, because we don't appear to be creating many chances.
Not many.
I mean, we created a couple today, and they fell to Rob Holding. I mean, come on now.
I think with me, where a lot of it is, some people will say, even if we lose to City, they'll go 3 games, only 3 games. But I think when you've previously had such a bad season, you got to remember that's the worst season in 25 years. Arsenal have never been out of Europe.
That's right.
And you have all this, pre-season, all these signings. You come back and you're like, is that it? Like, we needed to see something different. Now, I know the circumstances have been difficult, but we got rolled over by Brentford. We got rolled over by Chelsea. We didn't put up a fight. Our players are coming off injured. They're getting battered, bruised. It's all over the place. You know what I mean? Lukaku could have scored a hat-trick today. Really, he'd probably be annoyed he hadn't got the match ball. I just think you've got to make life more difficult than that. Do you know what I mean?
You know, I was talking about today, and I know he's not the type of player that wouldn't fix it, because it seems like we need a lot of stuff fixing, I can tell you that. But I was talking about Damari Gray when I was at the vets this morning. 1.5 million, right? And he absolutely ripped Leeds to shreds. Now, in pre-season, he was mentioned, and people were like, oh, I wouldn't have him. Now, I get why they wouldn't have him, but that's, for me, cute business. That's cute business. And I know people probably say they won't want him, but how are we not even linked with that? I mean,
do you not think though we got too many players in his position? Martinelli, Saka, Pepe, Willian on big wages. Just don't think they could fit him in.
But he's better than most of them.
The one that I kind of earmark, and I say that was a real faux that we did, was Basuma.
Oh, do you see it yesterday?
Well, yesterday it's the best I've ever seen him play. Yeah, best I've ever seen him play.
Can you imagine ridiculous. Basuma and Partey alongside each other, man.
Maybe though, you know what I thought, Laurie? I thought, right, because me and Curtis have spoke about it, and I was saying obviously we need a ball playing midfielder because he wants to play out from the back and he wants to play football. Actually, now when you look at this team, we need people who break it down and retain possession. We actually probably don't need a ball playing midfielder because we're not good enough.
No.
So Basuma would be perfect for that now.
And
people said it earlier on all summer. Do you know what I mean? But
I think someone like him alongside Partey, man, that excites me.
I look at that money we've spent this summer, who we've spent it on, and who we could have probably got. I think we've spent that money bad. I don't think any player we've signed this summer will make us significantly better. I really don't. I think there's a lot of potential. They all look like investments to me. They all look like players that in 2 years he could be really good, or he could be worth 50 million.
Yeah.
But we need something right now.
We need something now, yeah.
Yeah, we need something right now. And I don't think any of them signings are going to make us that much better. Maybe Odegaard, but like you said, we don't play good football. Will we get the ball to him?
Can't get the ball to him. Who's going to get on the end of it?
I think if we can get Gabriel back fit, I think him alongside Ben White, that looks quite promising because Ben White is ball playing centre half. Gabriel, quick, strong, likes a tackle. I think that could work. Gabriel can be guilty of being a bit rash at times, but I'm looking at that partnership. That looks like that could work.
I think, like you say, he's always got an argument to go back to the board and say, listen, I know it's a nightmare. Let me get through this sticky patch with regards to my players are not here. We've had the COVID situation, and then, judge me on X, Y, Z. And I think realistically, that's what we have to do as fans. As much as we don't like it, I think that's the reality that you got to do. And then after that, if everyone's fit, and we still can't hit a ball on door or win matches or no intensity, then surely the board have to say we got to do this. We've got to cut the ties here.
Yeah, I agree with you in that sense. I think, listen, even though I'm saying all this, the board are not going to sack him. He's going to get at least 10, 12 games, I reckon. But it's just, if we keep
outright disasters, I agree. They're not going to sack him right now. And like
if we keep taking L's, though, it's like you're playing catch up. If you get rid of him and you've lost loads of games, the new manager ain't going to have a chance, and the season's a write-off. So they're going to have to make their mind up.
But like you say, they'll only make their mind up for me when he says he's got all his players fit. I don't think they'll sack him before that. I would, but then again, I'm different. I'm straight down the middle. I'll sack his ass straight away.
I'm going to do a bit more research on Eddie Howe and see if he's got the minimum.
No, Fran, I agree with a lot of you. The two things you've done me on today, Eddie Howe and Damari Gray.
Listen, just go back.
You out the chat.
Go back. Look at the way he coaches. Go back. Look at the way he coaches. He would be better than Arteta.
I mean,
and if you say he's not better than Arteta, then I'm
going. It could be much worse. Although we acknowledge that Arteta's got that FA Cup win under his belt, but
and I'm not saying, by the way, that he takes us where we get to. What I'm saying is, with the money that this club is paying a manager, you ain't getting no one else.
No.
5 million a year for a manager is championship wages.
You've took over from Kevin Campbell today, Laurie, mate.
This man,
is Laurie getting hammered?
They're calling him Laurie Campbell, attorney for Arteta.
Hey, Fran, these men are accusing me of capping for Arteta. I never said that, bro.
Man said you're on Arteta's payroll to in the background.
I'm saying that I can't see the board sacking him. That's
they won't. I think we all agree with that. We all agree with that.
particularly like Arteta's style of management. Because as I've identified, Curtis will tell you, we talk about this a lot on our show. And I've said, and Curtis has said, Curtis actually takes it a bit further than me. I say he's
I think I need to come on the show and cause some problems for you. I need to get on the show.
His man management has been an issue for a long time now. And I'm saying, when you're a man that don't know how to manage big man adults, you're always going to struggle. Like I said, I know this from things that have happened to myself in the workplace.
Yes.
And I've seen managers fuck up and they've had to get rid of them. And when somebody else has come in and shown the right level of respect and, you know what I mean, and humility amongst people and work together, you can move mountains. But if you get a man that's all wrapped up in their own ego, oh, we're going to do it my way or no way, and you just piss everyone off. Man, are going to say, it's like what you were saying, they'll play. They will play. Will they run that extra mile for you? Will they really?
Do you know what, Laurie? Do you know what I think?
Which getting their head past for a man that they don't really like? Of course they're not.
No, they're not.
Do you know what I think the people were saying? It is obviously, you know, when you were saying like, "Oh, Chelsea are better than us," I just think.
No, but that's a statistical fact.
They are, Laurie, but come on, we wouldn't turn up if it just worked like that.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? I had a bet on Man United to win today in an accumulator.
Yeah,
I'm watching Southampton. I'm like, no Danny Ings, no Vestergaard. They're gonna get slapped, and they were just working, man,
working hard.
Armstrong,
Armstrong, who people said they wouldn't touch with a brush, was running Man United ragged.
Yeah, Shea Adams scored it.
Shea Adams from Ilkeston Town, where me and Curtis was.
Yeah,
non-league, level 10.
Bro. Scoring against United, bro. Harry Maguire, 80 million. You got to put that work in. These
work, man.
Work in that Knox water, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That's some tough water, man. There's some lime scale in that water.
Some players from Knox. It's a hard route. It's the hard route, man.
Midland shit.
Yeah, but man said Thierry Henry tricked me into supporting this club. He set us up, man. He made us think it was going to be But listen, I'm going to shoot. I got dinner waiting. Big up to you two for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
I don't even feel like eating right now, man. I think I might see if my brother's got any spirits downstairs somewhere.
Man's getting on the booze, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, don't let it affect you, man. Do you know what? I got to be honest. You know, against Brentford, when we conceded, I was shouting down the house. You know, today I was like,
I think we expected it. Yeah.
But you know, can I tell you something, right? I'm glad you raised that point. I was actually more dejected today.
Yeah.
With the Brentford thing, I'm like, you know what? First game of the season, one off. All the narratives that led into that game were not favourable for us. With the pullouts and everything. So I'm thinking, yeah, Chelsea.
Laurie Cochran.
If I ever get in trouble, I'm not ringing Kev no more.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
That's the best one.
Don't fit. You must acquit. Remember that?
Laurie, if I get pulled by police, mate, I'm ringing you. I say, let me ring my lawyer, man. I need.
Oh, mate.
Hey, I'll take the Johnny Cochran. That Laurie Biden.
You won't take that one. Laurie,
wow.
Nah, but listen,
this guy's on the mark here. It's a great stream. I'm sure it was, bro.
Yeah,
man. Listen, man. Like I said, football's one of those games. It's unlike a lot of other sports. You can go from highs to low. You know what I mean? Very quickly. So if by any slim chance we do get a result, even a draw, then all of a sudden things will. Mind you, I was thinking of that.
What are you talking about? A draw against West Brom on Wednesday or Man City on Saturday?
Yo, don't laugh, Don't laugh.
We might struggle against West Brom.
I was thinking that game now, all of a sudden, is taking on more importance, isn't it, for our team? Yeah. Because if you lose that, bro, that is, and then you get tonked by City at the weekend, that's 4 defeats on the bounce. And what is it, that old saying? You're only 3 games away from the sack as a manager. That would be 4.
Yeah.
Imagine going into the international break, losing all 4 games. Fucking
could happen, man. It could happen. But listen, Laurie, big up for coming on. Subscribe to AFTV. Fran, big up for coming on. Subscribe to FFTV as well.
Big love, everyone. Big love.
I see you all. Maybe on Wednesday we'll have a casual victory and we can smile.
Yeah. No, you know what it is, right? We'll probably beat West Brom and we'll go from off it. We're going to do City now. Yeah, look.
Yeah, I will never say that, mate.
Yeah.
Pep's going to be toying with us, man. But no, big up for you two for coming on, man.
No worries, man. Take care, man.
Thanks.
Hey, man, big up to everyone for coming in, man. It's another eventful London derby defeat. I thought it was a terrible performance, to be honest, but did we expect any different? To me, until this manager goes, nothing's going to change. Arsenal therapy tomorrow. You better clear your whole afternoon, ring your boss, tell him you can't work in the afternoon, tell your missus to drop the kids off. You're going to need probably 2 hours at least to get through Arsenal therapy tomorrow. It's going to be painful. So prepare yourselves, people. Big up to all of you for tuning in. Still 2,000 people in here. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Download OneFootball in the description below. And I'm off to watch EastEnders, mate. I need something to cheer me up. Phil Mitchell settings, man. It's got to be better than that rubbish. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bless.